the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Monday, November 25th, 2024. Turkey Week is here. Speaking of turkeys last night, we'll get to it in a moment. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr, the Travis and DeMarco Show is on. For a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, let's hit the tape and hear some wisdom from DeMarco Farr last week.
And I think Sean McVay this week is about to put the screws to his football team and the offensive line. Coming out of that Monday meeting. That's why I said they're going to beat Philadelphia.
Stafford, top of his drop, pressure in his face, hit, fumbled, still down. Rams recover way back in LA territory at the 45. And this game is down to its last play.
They're going to beat Philadelphia.
Do we have more?
They're going to beat Philadelphia.
Right side run, Saquon Barkley clean for the line, steps through a tackle, midfield outside the numbers right, 30, 20, 10, house call on the first play of the third quarter.
How about just a little bit more?
They're going to beat Philadelphia.
Here's the give, and they break it. Through the left side, 35-40, midfield Barkley, he's off to the races again. Turn out the lights, Saquon and the Eagles have won 7 in a row.
Rams got boat raced last night at SoFi Stadium.
They're going to beat Philadelphia.
But it was cool seeing DeMarco at halftime. And then they put him on TV, remembering his Super Bowl team. Kurt Warner was there, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, DeMarco Farr. Rams couldn't step it up for D. Farr and his crew, though. Slipped to 5-6. What does it all mean?
They're going to beat Philadelphia.
Still breathing. Leave him alone.
We'll talk about it. Plus the Chargers tonight in Monday Night Football against the Ravens. And USC wins over UCLA in one of the ugliest games you'll ever watch. So let's get to it. The Travis and DeMarco Show.
Still breathing. Leave him alone.
Your Monday right now.
He's had enough. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. What was
That's
that?
from
Oh,
Casino.
my God, from Casino.
Casino when they're in the cornfield.
When he's
and,
getting beat with a bat.
Yeah, I don't know the
what
character's
that felt
name
like.
in Casino, but Fred Leotardo was there.
Yeah,
he's got his
Phil Leotardo.
Philly
leave him
Leotardo.
alone. He's had enough.
He's had enough.
Throw me in a ditch with
He's
my
still
underwear.
breathing. He's still breathing.
Oh, my
leave
God.
him alone.
Pow! Yes, that's what it felt like.
Boat
Yeah.
raced is a good word for that. That's
Saquon raced.
that's pretty good. Saquon raced.
Yeah. There's your-
Ass kicking.
There's your MVP.
He might
Yeah,
be.
there's your
he might be.
MVP.
I don't know if he's going to win it, but he's might be by the definition of the word. He might be the MVP.
In my football Rolodex, what do you call that when you download information on a computer? My files, whatever. The stuff I've seen, games I've seen, I haven't seen a performance like that in forever, like since Emmitt Smith.
Well, it's the 9th highest rushing total ever.
Yeah.
So
I've seen some flukes,
Yeah.
but I've never seen that sort of talent. That dude looked like he was shot out of a freaking cannon.
He was on another level than the other guys on the field last night.
He was glaring.
He was terrific. It was a career high for him. It was an Eagles single game high. It was the 9th highest total ever. It was pretty impressive. It was impressive to watch. He had a great night. The Rams had a terrible night. The Rams, it's a
There's
weird
levels.
deal.
There's levels.
That's it right there. That's it right there. The levels are clear as a bell.
What did I say when I walked in? You can just cancel the rest of the NFC. Forget it. Let's just put Detroit and Philadelphia in some neutral site, and let's see who's the best team. Because that's the best squads going right now.
It's them by a pretty significant margin. But here's what's weird.
And Philadelphia was shorthanded. They didn't have Freeman.
No, and Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, I mean.
Yeah,
they didn't have Smith.
Devontae Smith wasn't even there last night, and he obviously
part.
is a great player.
Yeah.
But here's what's weird, DeMarco, and let's start with this. There's still a third of the season left.
I know.
It's odd. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's that Thanksgiving is kind of late or what. I don't know what it is, but there's a third of the season left. There's a ton of games to be played. Everybody's got 6 games left.
A lot can happen.
There's injury. Look, the Eagles were this close to firing Nick Sirianni in the first month of this season. The Eagles came unglued at the end of last year and were in complete free fall through the end of the season. So who knows? But I'm with you. There's Detroit and Philadelphia, and flip a coin on
and
that.
And the rest of us.
And then there are the other, what would that be, 13 teams in the NFC, somewhere between not too bad like Minnesota, Green Bay, to barely hanging in there like the Rams, the 49ers, then Arizona, and then there's some dregs at the bottom.
Still in the race. I mean, you're still in the race. You're way off the pace. Like there's levels to it. There was a path to victory to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and once I think you put it on the deck and you negated the lead, they got ahead of you.
A stupid question.
Forget about it. Yeah.
Take me through this, because
how do you fumble? I don't know.
No, I understand how it happens.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how it happens that frequently you still keep getting opportunities to play.
Okay,
that's the part I don't understand. Kiron Williams, over the last 2 seasons, leads the league in fumbles. He also missed 6 games in that window. He's fumbled 5 times in the last 7 games for the Rams, including 2 last night.
I'll try to answer this, and I really try to study positions. I ask quarterbacks, I ask coaches about quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. How in the hell do you fumble? Like, what happens to you when you fumble, when you just drop the football? Sometimes it gets knocked out. Sometimes you just lose focus in traffic. Like, you forget about the football as you're in traffic, and then it gets away from your body, boom, it comes down. So I think Kiron suffers from what other running backs have suffered from. So what was your other question again? I'm sorry. I got off track.
Why does he keep getting plays?
So there's a couple reasons for that. Either the guy behind him just ain't as good. I'm just giving you reasons. He just ain't as good, or he doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay.
So I would bet more, since he's a rookie, and I know the kid can play. You saw him in Michigan. You see him out in the NFL.
I was going to say, I'm here to be educated on he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe he doesn't.
Physically, he can play.
I was going to say that the idea that he's not as good, I'd like to find out, because from the very short pieces that we've seen him play, Blake Corum looks pretty good to me.
Here's the problem with this offense and this situation here and being young. There's a lot that goes on with play calling and Matthew Stafford changing plays at the line. Mm-hmm. So most of that goes to passing, which means you are in protection. And the last thing you want is a rookie not knowing or missing, and boom, there goes your quarterback.
I hear you, and I understand that, and it makes perfect sense. He's getting hit anyway, and the other guy's fumbling. So what are we doing?
So yesterday was about what I was really worried for Matthew Stafford, because they could not find a way to block Brandon Graham. And that front side shot he took, I'm like, that could be the one there.
Yeah.
So now the hits are starting to ramp up. But remember when Steve Young got knocked out by Aeneas Williams?
I do.
That was a miss. That's what I'm saying. Those type of hits end you, period. So that's what happens when you have a guy in there for protection and he doesn't know what he's doing.
I get all of that. He keeps fumbling the ball. The opening drive of the game last night, they were moving. That was a nice drive. The Rams have really struggled in the first quarter. It's been a weak spot for them all season long. They come out, they get the ball first, and they're moving down the field. They're closing in on the red zone. They look, and you've watched a million Sean McVay games. Mm-hmm. I've watched a million Sean McVay games, and you can just kind of feel it when they're moving. And that was one of those drives where it felt like they were moving. The subsequent drive, it felt like they were moving, and then boom, it's out. And it was just an absolute killer. I thought the defense did a good job on that particular series to only give up 3 points. They kind of held when they got in.
But to me, that's a wasted bullet. That's
absolutely
it is. Turnover.
Absolutely it is.
That's what drives me nuts.
And so he's right back out there. He scores a touchdown. Cool, that's fine. He does it again. Now they got on the ball this time, and they didn't turn over possession, but this is not a one-off, hey, look, something. This is a chronic issue with this guy.
So if let's just say Blake Corum is the guy you want to go with, and you're Sean McVay, and you go to your offensive coordinator and your running back coach. Okay, what exactly does he know, or what doesn't he know? Mm-hmm. He knows all the run stuff. What about protection? He's kind of spotty. Even Saquon is spotty in protection. Well, he doesn't know any of that stuff. Okay, so you have a choice. Either put Kiron back in so I can run my entire playbook and hope he doesn't fumble, or change everything and say we're just going to run the ball with Blake Corum and take half the offense out, right? Because we can't protect, which means Puka, Cooper, everyone else isn't being used. So you either roll with Kiron and say protect the damn football, or change your offense for a young guy.
That's a lot of good options. That's not a lot of good options. And
you're 5-5, 6 and 6.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
I
know. It's frustrating.
I keep going back and forth. They're not cooked, but they're cooked. Does that, and what I mean is,
you can still win this division.
They're al dente.
They can. Yeah. They're al dente.
That's a good one.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
They are al dente.
Yeah.
They can win the division, but it's because the division's not very good.
Yeah.
They can get to the playoffs because
the
bottom of the NFC playoff picture is pretty muddy, and I think everybody's equally average in there. But you look at what Detroit has. You look at what Philadelphia. I mean, just two teams on the field at the same time.
Super Bowl is probably out of the equation, but you can still make the postseason.
Yeah, and that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But then you also have to start thinking of, okay, where are we in the grand scheme of things? Are we if the goal is to win championships, and it is, the goal is also to win games and go to the playoffs. That's important too. But they feel like they're 100 miles away from being one of those top
You're
teams.
off the podium. You're not in this marathon of the NFL season. You're off the podium. You know that. So you're playing you're going to do the best you can and have the best possible finish. You're going to gun for that. But as far as trying to catch the gold medal guy, the Kenyan that's 1,000 miles ahead of you, that ain't going to happen. And I think that's what last night proved. There's levels to this, and they're ahead of you. But you said they were this close to firing Sirianni. I only moved that up about a quarter of an inch. That dude.
Why? He won.
Sure he did. No.
They're 9-2.
Saquon won. Jalen Hurts won. Some of those decisions he made.
They're 9-2. I hear you what you're saying, but they're not going to put a bullet in a guy that's 9-2. They're not
definitely,
and they are really good. Now, maybe they're really good in spite of some of the decisions he's making. That's certainly possible, but they've won 7 in a row. I think that was their 7th in a row. They
super talented.
They started out 2-2 and then went on a run.
Yeah. Super talented, but that's the dude that pays for like a Happy Meal with a $100 bill and says, "Keep the change." Yeah, you ain't worried about budgets. It ain't all you. You got a hell of a group there. Some of those decisions he made were like, oh, my God, you're so wild.
Is it allowed that you say you're going to decline a penalty, then say, hey, no, we're going to accept it?
You got to tell me. That's new on me. I mean, usually
apparently it is, because that's exactly what happened.
I don't think you would get that with Hockey back in the day, with the older officials. The guys that we grew up with, I think it was, do you want it? No. Decline, take it, that's it, we're moving on.
No takesies, backsies.
Yeah, all this, but it seems like they're trying to outthink each other. Wait a minute, if I do this,
I get like getting to see the other guy's hand. Like, okay, I'm going to play this. Okay, then I don't fold. It's like, wait, what? You already threw your cards in.
But the only thing that's bad about it, like, no one gets cheated. It's just you're wasting time.
I think maybe cheated might be a bit strong, but it is. For whatever, again, why Sirianni thought the Rams would kick a field goal in that situation makes no sense. A field goal
when
would have
backed them up.
No. Like when they did decline the penalty, it would have been 4th and 3. The Rams were clearly going to go for it on 4th and 3.
Yeah.
They had no choice. They're down 13 points. They have to try to score a touchdown
at
here.
I see.
So the idea that why decline it to begin with, and then once you see them line up to go for it, that's when you decide, oh, okay, no, back them up. We accept the penalty, and now it's 3rd and 13 or whatever it is. Like, there was never a scenario where they were going to kick it on 4th and 3. He just wasn't thinking it through.
You ever have that guy at the table that feels like he's a little insecure about his schooling, so he starts to use big words that don't fit?
Okay.
So when Sirianni's in the field with, like, McVay, who's really into this stuff, it seems like he's trying to overthink now. Instead of just playing the game. I'm with you. Just play the game. You knew there was only one scenario for that, and I think you overthought it just a wee bit.
It was, and then, what did you say, Emily? Takesies, backsies?
Yeah.
No takesies, backsies.
No takesies, back. You can't say we decline the penalty and then watch them line up and say, I've changed my mind and we accept. It didn't change the outcome of the game.
Nobody's hurt by
the outcome of the game. Well,
no one's hurt. No one's hurt by it.
The Eagles got a benefit from it, that they got to look to see what they were going to do and then got to change their mind. It's like, I get to see you move first. I get to move accordingly.
But either way, it's like either I'm going to run a 4th and 3 play or I get 3rd down. So
but
nothing happened.
They clearly changed their mind when they saw it. Like, so something in his brain clicked to make him change his mind. It was a small advantage for the Eagles. I don't think it killed the Rams.
No, I don't think it was advantage Rams or disadvantage. Just one of those weird things that I bet going forward you're not going to be allowed to do.
But not to belabor the point.
Yeah.
It did give the Eagles an advantage. They got to see what they were going to do, and then they changed their mind because they didn't like what they saw. That's an advantage. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it's still an advantage.
Sorta. I mean, 3rd and 13 or 4th and 3.
Clearly, they preferred the other one. They changed their mind.
But you're still hosed either way.
I agree. Right, but if it doesn't matter, then just let it roll. They changed their mind.
So either way, either decision, it changed nothing.
There was another thing that was missing from one of those two teams last night, and it was obvious. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. and Cyber Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Lowe's knows you want to get even more value for the holiday. That's why as a MyLowe's Rewards member, you get new member deals on holiday decor, tools, and more. And you earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards to help you save on holiday and more. Not a member? Join for free today at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Because Lowe's knows deals. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Thanksgiving to-do list. Eat, nap, watch football, play slots and blackjack. Oh, if there was only a place I could do everything. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Black Friday shopping in our ballroom. Get top brands including JBL and Tumi. Pay with cash, credit, or points. Noon to 10 p.m. the 29th.
And the number one reason.
We're going country. It's Morongo's Grand Ole New Year's Eve. Giddy up and get your tickets now, y'all.
Morongo, good times.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. This season, keep your holiday gifts a surprise when you choose to pick up from Amazon Locker or Counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Los Angeles, your Rams will be back home on Sunday, December 8th as they take on the Buffalo Bills. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford will go head-to-head against Josh Allen and the Bills. The stage is set for an electric AFC-NFC matchup you don't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/BUF. Again, that is therams.com/BUF to watch your Los Angeles Rams face off against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, December 8th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Maui and Moana, together again.
Can I get a chee-hoo? This Thanksgiving, if you can watch one movie.
Hey, you wanted to come this time.
Make sure it's
Moana.
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 Moana. Moana. You might want to hold on.
Disney's Moana 2, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Only in theaters November 27th. Tickets available now.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho 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 ho.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right.
Oh, boy. I told you these morons are not morons. I love them. I mean this in a respectful way. My teammates, the guys you saw.
Just going to ask you about that.
These 50-year-old dudes that are back, they're right across the street.
How do I say something nice to you without potentially insulting your
No, you
teammates?
cannot. You cannot insult. Okay. And I've got some stories for days.
Because here it comes. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You look a lot better than most of those guys.
I thought we talked. I thought we did a good job. Most of us look good. All of us, except for
you know what? I want to rephrase.
Yeah.
You look a lot younger than a lot of those guys.
You think so?
Yes. No, DeMarco.
Okay, Warner surprised me.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Warner shocked me a little bit. I didn't know his hair was
that gray. It was almost white. It's not even the gray. It's just the way that you move, the way that you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Isaac can still go.
Isaac's
Marshall can still go.
fine. Yeah.
Andy McCollum.
Look, I don't want to get into who looked old and who looked really old because I think we all.
But they're all right at the JW, and I'm sure they're listening.
You're here to protect me in the event that they come over here.
No. I'm
Let
running.
me put it to you this way: how many guys can lift Travis the way you lifted Travis? No one.
That were on the field with me? About most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Todd Light came by the set before the game. Todd looks great.
That's a Notre Dame grad.
Todd looks great. Sounds like a Notre Dame grad.
Notre Dame
Smart
graduate.
Guy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, no. I like I said, I don't like saying nice things to you because that's not how
it's
I
all
roll.
Good, but
I'm like, man, DeMarco's looking pretty good out there,
bro. So we left the Laker game. And we went the wrong way. So we had to go out in front where all the people are, and they're selling hot dogs and whatnot. Yeah. So, like, Adam
Did you get one? Oh, you're not a hot dog guy,
yeah. But Adam is from Iowa.
Adam Timmerman.
Adam Timmerman and his wife, they're from Iowa. This was like Mars. Oh, my God. Watching them go through the crowd was
people,
hilarious.
the hot dogs, like what are we talking about?
The whole thing, yes, all of LA right there. There was like, wow, yeah, it was so fun, so cool.
How was the Laker? Aside from the fact that they got blowed out, but how was it? Just hanging out with you? Because you don't do that a lot, right?
No.
You don't get to see everybody very often.
It was awesome. It was like the first time I actually missed that life, like being a player, being that. Taken care of.
You had a little bounce in your step when you were coming out.
It's cool.
At halftime.
It's cool. It was cool to see all those guys, but I mean, like some of those guys are really in shape. Really, really in good shape.
Kurt looks great.
He does.
Yeah.
Marshall, all those dudes.
Todd looks great.
Torrey's got to get in, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to end this national embarrassment of not having Torrey.
No, he absolutely should be in.
Yes.
What did you guys do when you weren't at the Laker game? At SoFi
come on,
Stadium?
Travis. Stop. We are on the radio.
Go have a nice dinner?
No, I can't tell you. See, that's the one thing. I'm sworn to secrecy.
Look, change the names to protect the guilty.
Okay.
And give me some details as to what went on.
I'll just say this. So the rule was it was a +1.
Okay.
So some guys didn't have a +1, and we're out in L.A. So like I said, I can't tell you. We're on the radio.
You guys are 50s and 60s.
Bro, that don't mean nothing.
Does it ever slow down?
Are you human?
Yes.
Are you male?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have control of my impulses.
Come on. We're talking about fighter pilot mentality. You never give that up. Come on. Yeah,
man.
Target acquired.
You guys, talk to me, Goose.
Yeah,
right?
Goose was a fighter pilot, and Goose was very loyal to Meg Ryan. I don't know what's going on.
Box one.
Yeah, I don't understand. I guess I'll change the subject. If
he's too close for missiles, I'm switching to guns.
Iceman sucked. Other than in Top Gun Maverick, he got Maverick back in the game.
Yeah,
Iceman was.
I love Iceman. I do. Yes.
Why?
Because he flies textbook. He flies ice cold until you make a mistake. Then he's got you.
But he couldn't take care of the guys in the first one. He had to have Maverick come in and bail his ass out.
Maverick is crazy, though. Maverick will wreck $1 million piece of equipment. That plane doesn't belong to you. The taxpayers own it.
Yeah,
Come on.
He's flying it. He gets to do it.
But fun stuff.
Saquon was terrific last night. A.J. Brown's really good last night. We mentioned Devontae Smith was in there. Yeah, he's a good player.
He is big.
Jalen Hurts looked good too. He's a big, strong guy. He can run. He can throw. He's a good decision maker. All these things. You saw some very high-end defensive players on Philadelphia too.
Look, I'm not going to talk out of both sides of my mouth. So everybody gets it when you make mistakes. Did Jared Verse forget who he was playing against? Did you not know what this guy was about?
Yeah, he made the same mistake a bunch of times, which was letting Hurts get outside.
You can't freelance versus guys like Hurts. They will make you pay.
I get
that.
I
think you understand that now.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
The Rams do not have explosive talent like the Philadelphia Eagles have. Like the Rams have good players. The difference that became so stark to me last night was that the Eagles could just bang, score, whoa, wow, or a big chunk play, or all of a sudden blank's not working and they still gain 15, 20 yards. The Rams need to be incredibly methodical to have success.
To be in that that category.
To hang there.
Yeah.
It's like every piece of that machine needs to be running perfectly for them to be able to go do what they want to do. That they just don't have that explosive top versus the one guy, and I understand he made a bunch of mistakes last night, but that kind of pops off the page at you like that guy's as fast as everybody's, as strong as it. Then when he knocked who was it, Mailata on his back on that one play, that was crazy.
He was offsides though.
Yeah, he was, but it was still cool to watch.
Way offsides, yeah.
The Rams just like even Kupp and Nakua, who are really good players.
Yeah.
They're not those explosive type of guys that you're terrified of them breaking one every time they break the huddle.
No, I wish there was some down the field stuff you could have used and players like that. I think Tutu Atwell is that guy, but even if you had an A.J. Brown,
but he's not, DeMarco. He's been in the league a long time.
But even if you had an A.J. Brown or a Devontae Smith, I don't think you'd be able to get the ball to him because you have to drop back to 7. That takes time. I don't think you have the protection to do that.
No. Clearly they don't.
Yeah.
Clearly the protection isn't there. But even on the days where the protection hasn't been there, it wasn't at all last night, really. It just, I think that talent gap, that explosive talent gap, that really high-end thing, it's becoming more and more evident. The Rams' margins are getting narrower and narrower and narrower to success. Now, they're there, but it used to be, like, you go back when they were cranked up. You always they're going to hit one. You knew they were going to hit one at some point.
But great line.
Right. This is even when the line's holding up, they're not hitting a bunch of big plays.
So I was explaining this about Stafford and lines when you have a line you can't trust. Especially when you get hit front and side like that.
He got smoked.
I mean, absolutely smoked. I gave him credit for getting up.
He ran off the field, too. Like I always thought the same thing because he took a big shot.
Bro,
and he got up and hauled ass off the field.
That's a knockout shot. That's right to your right ear when you're not looking. That will scare the bejeez. So when you say, like, even when you have protection, there's no explosion. But if you're Matthew Stafford, after taking those hits, you don't know when the hit's coming. So you're throwing the ball fast anyway. You're not waiting even when you have protection. So that's what I'm saying. I think this is...
But it's not... maybe I'm not being clear. It's not just last night. It feels like all season long. And I get the protection hasn't been good all season long. It just feels like that ability to explode isn't there on this offense anymore.
You have two choices right there with a line the way it is. If you never fix the offensive line, then you need a Saquon Barkley. You need a running back that can be explosive, that could change the math like he did. Or... you need a mobile quarterback. That's the other thing. That's the one thing you don't have. You don't have a bell cow back that can explode, and you don't have a quarterback that can move with a line that's leaky. That's what I mean. You're 5-5, 5-6, and you got to find a way. There is a path, but it's very narrow.
See, this is the path is there, and it is narrow, but they're in the spot that can potentially be the worst spot to be in, which is no man's land. We're not bad enough to get some super high-impact guys, and we're not good enough to actually be a threat to go beat a team or two in the playoffs.
I know.
Because
I would take the division win as the goal.
Of course. Yeah. And I'm not saying don't try to win. That's not my point. I'm saying that the players they have, the talent they have, the coach that they have, they're able to win enough games that they're always going to be. They always compete too. They got run over last night. They didn't stop competing. They're a well-coached team.
Yeah.
I get that, but go ask the Giants.
No,
go look at what happens. Guys quit all the time.
Yeah,
they're going to be in it. The problem is they're not good enough to go win it, and you're going to be stuck in that 7, 8, 9 range. And I'll bet you just about anything that's where it's going to land, 7, 8, or 9.
Probably.
It's going to be somewhere in there.
I would take the opportunity to flame out in the postseason.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. My point is, okay, great. You go in there and you make it, but let's say you do finish 7 and 10. You're in the middle of the pack. You're going to get a middle of the pack guy. Hopefully you find another verse, but at some point you have to really kind of look at it from the 30,000-foot view. And I'm not saying that you roll up the carpets and leave, but we got to figure out what we're going to be 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And it feels like we're getting close to those decisions.
I think that was coming no matter what, how this season ended. All that, what you said, is coming no matter what. It is what it is. It is. I mean, look, you have an aging quarterback. You still haven't fixed your O-line. All those issues you said are valid. But I think just even if you had more explosive talent, with the way you're blocking or not blocking, I think.
Well, that's the.
Those guys will be
explosive talent is one thing, but offensive line talent, like you look. Yeah. Rob Havenstein is an older player. He's a St. Louis Ram. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, he's a trivia question.
Yeah, that you look at Kevin Dotson, who's probably past the best days of his career.
Which is surprising.
You've got Bo Limmer, who looks like he's a promising young player.
He's going to be fine.
Steve Avila feels like he's had a little bit of a regression this year.
Get healthy. Yes.
Okay, hopefully it is a health issue.
And I mean, would you pay your left tackle? That's an issue.
He has not been the problem for the most part. The other spots have been the ones but the point being,
I think he's going to be so valuable going forward.
You
got to
get a lot of guys up front to get a lot better.
That's what I mean.
And a lot younger.
Yes, you're going to have to change your approach going forward. I think Philadelphia proved that.
That was a big gap.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're going to have to change your approach, your strategies going forward if you want to compete at that level.
What did Morales call the Saturday night game at the Rose Bowl? One of the ugliest, grossest, what was the word? Football games
I
you're
think
ever
it's
going to see?
ugliest.
Ugly?
Putrid.
It was, putrid. Let's go with putrid. I like that. That's a good UW word. It was a putrid performance. A little college football corner. Coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about my pals at NextGen, 833-3NextGen. You've heard me talk about this, and it's cold right now, but this is L.A. It's going to be hot in a week, 2 weeks. How many times has it been 80 degrees on Christmas? A lot, right? So you're going air conditioning, heater. Why not make sure that everything is covered year-round for just $14.99 a month? Comprehensive plumbing, heating, and AC solutions from NextGen. No unexpected issues, just total home comfort. And here's what you get for just $14.99 a month. Complimentary multi-point heating and cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments, which means when everybody's calling because it got hot again and you need to make sure that your air conditioning is up and running again, they're going to be there in 2 hours. Nobody else is going to do that for you. So give NextGen a call, 833-3NEXGEN, to sign up today and become a NextGen VIP. And, of course, you can go online at nextgenairandplumbing.com for more information.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I think leaf watching is like the most overrated
Leaf
hobby in the world. Yeah, is that what they call it? Leaf peeping?
Some people do.
It's like, all right,
No
they were
way,
green,
that's what
now
it's
they're
called?
orange.
Google
all
it.
right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Leaf peeping?
Leaf peeping is a thing.
No, sure. Oh, yeah, no, they're red. Oh, cool. Let's
But,
move along.
okay, here's the thing, though, mate. We don't have those season changes.
Yes. Laura, leaf peeping is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity which people travel to view and photograph the fall foliage in areas.
Okay, imagine saying, hey, babe, I want to go leaf peeping with you.
Yeah, by the way,
Right.
Laura, I know you're curious, so I'll tell you. When is peeping season?
Probably October, November?
September through December each year.
Yeah. So magical. Laura, I'm from back there. It's a stupid hobby. Oh, the leaves are turning.
Find
Let's go
a park
drive in the middle of
to
nowhere.
leaf. Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedona here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Hey, it's Travis here for Prize Picks. You know Prize Picks by now, right? Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy. Why not take what is some of the best times of the year? You got baseball, basketball, football, hockey, everything you can think of, and make it even better with Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick more or less. And right now, you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. There's a reason that Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your favorite players gets injured. And if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup alive. So why not join Prize Picks? It is the absolute best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users, including me, and sign up today. Put in that promo code 710 when you sign up, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, y'all, it's time for our college football corner. As the college football season is winding down, most teams only have one game left. And then if you're lucky enough, you are competing for a conference championship. But it's all coming down to the wire. But Ohio State beat Indiana. The Ohio State University beat Indiana 38-15. Absolutely shellacked them. Indiana came out right away, got a score on the board, and then after that, it was basically nothing from them.
Run over.
So it was very lopsided. The first big game that Indiana played, a real opponent. They get their butt.
You know what it looked like?
What?
Last night.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
One team being a lot better than the other.
Exactly.
We got better players.
Yeah,
but in the,
exactly.
In the post-game press conference, Indiana coach Kurt Cignetti was asked if his team still deserves to be in the college football playoffs, and this was his answer.
Is that a serious question? I'm not even going to answer that one. The answer's so obvious.
Well, I agree with him. The answer's very obvious. What? I don't think he and I land in the same place.
Is that their first loss?
It's their first loss.
I mean,
they've played one ranked team, and
Ohio State,
and they got run over. Like, it's not that they lost. If they lost 28-24 and there's a game, okay, cool, you're hanging. They played one good team and they got pulverized.
Boat raced. Yeah.
And they won't have the ability to avenge it.
They played Purdue next, who's the worst team in the Big Ten.
And that's it.
They'll probably get in because their record and their conference.
Yeah, that's very old school. If they get knocked out for one loss to a good team.
But they don't have a single win that makes you go, oh, that's pretty good.
No, but they lost at the worst time.
They did, but I'm going purely on the eye test. If we're picking, if this is designed to take conference champions from the four big conferences and an Power 5, right, or non-Power 5, or however we phrase it, and then find the best teams outside of that, they're not.
But how are we judging playoff teams? It's points. It's point differential, right?
And no, there's no set criteria to it.
So it's still the eye test?
Kinda. Look, the conference champions go.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's the highest remaining people in this college football playoff rankings that will go from there. And they can slot those teams pretty much wherever they want to put them. Now, Ole Miss has 3 losses. Alabama has 3 losses.
I would hate to drop Indiana all the way out for one loss.
Did you watch them play?
I did, but just one loss to Ohio State.
I hear what you're saying, and it's a compelling argument. They did not look like they were on the same level as Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Alabama, Ole Miss. Even these teams that they're just not as good as
the
those
other teams that'll be in the CFP. Do we want to see Indiana get their butt kicked by Tennessee?
That's what we think based on what we saw. We don't know that. Indiana could jump and beat one of these teams. Maybe they had a bad week. I don't know. That's the thing. The eye test sometimes fails you. One loss to Ohio State in November, when they're revved up and you're not, you get your butt kicked.
But why are they not?
Let's just drop you out of the whole thing. I don't think that's fair to a 9-1 team.
I think a November loss is exactly what can show you if you're going to lose in the CFP because it's like 3 weeks away.
They just didn't look as good. They just did not. Like, if you said to me, Ole Miss has lost 3 games, okay? Indiana's lost 1.
Yeah.
Who's a better team?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Ole Miss has 3 losses.
Yeah.
Alabama has 3 losses. Indiana has 1.
1 loss.
Who
wins?
Those 2 SEC teams would throttle Indiana.
Alabama is not the most – they're not Alabama. They're beatable. We just saw that with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. I would tend to say Alabama, but I'm not sure. Alabama under Nick Saban, you'd get murdered.
Well, they wouldn't be a 3-loss team with Nick Saban.
Exactly. Right now I'm not sure. Against Mississippi, you said? 3 losses? Okay, let's see. Let's match them on Saturday and let's see. That's no guarantee is what I'm saying. That's 3-loss team. And you've lost once to Ohio State.
At those guys, and if I'm taking, I'll take those guys. They got better
But that's
players.
the eye test. I know. And they got smashed.
But that's what it is.
That would suck. 9 wins and 1 loss drops you out.
Signetti should start answering that question, because if he just lets it linger, they're going to answer it for themselves. And maybe he thinks that, to your point, hey, look, we're a 1-loss team. We're going to be in there for good. I would be arguing very, very aggressively on why I deserve to be included.
But I thought that's what we were trying to get rid of, that 1 loss could drop you out of the whole situation depending on when it happened.
It's funny.
Now, you didn't drop to Purdue. You dropped to a $1 million roster.
But that's honestly more damning, I think, that they finally took a step, because those are the teams you're going to play in the playoff, right? Those really good teams with the high payroll teams and all that. And you're going to step into that pool. You got to be able to hang, and it didn't look like they could.
Well, I mean,
here's knocking around, Rutgers.
I have no mathematical basis behind what I'm saying. But if you can rattle off 9 wins and then lose once and you're out, then the system sucks.
Maybe. Florida State didn't get in last year, and they were undefeated.
That means I can't have one
8
bad
more
week.
Spots this year.
I can't have one bad week, one bad situation. That sucks.
That's a very compelling argument to why they should be in.
We're not talking about Boise State. We're talking about Indiana in a pretty tough conference.
Well, but they didn't. They missed everybody. You know what I mean? It's just because these conferences are so big now. But even the
weak side of that conference is better than most.
Let me tell you who they played.
Maybe.
They played FIU. They played West Illinois. They played UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska, Washington, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, and they will play Purdue.
Michigan and
those are good names.
Michigan and Washington are the 2 names on there. You go, okay, because even when they're not
having down
great,
years.
Exactly. They're marquee programs.
The names are great.
The names are good, but only Washington and Michigan are the only 2 names on there. Go, oh, they should be pretty good. Like the rest of those, Nebraska stinks, Michigan State stinks, Northwestern.
There's some good names on that resume, but there's really no meat there. I know, but I think that would suck. And I am a football elitist. You know this, but I think that sucks for Indiana that you can rattle off 9 wins against what we think is a weak.
It might
a
suck
weak
for
schedule,
them.
and then you lose once to a loaded Ohio State, and let's just kick them all the way out.
I hear you, and I'm not saying that they should be kicked out. It sucks for them. You know who it might not suck for?
Who?
Us. Like, I want to watch the best games. I wish everybody could have a Merry Christmas and get exactly what they want under the tree. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We got to pick 12 teams. 4 of them are going to be automatics, 5 of them when you take the non-Power 5. So you got 7 spots to kind of play with. I would like to take those 7 spots and pick the 7 teams that we all can agree are the best, maybe not the best 7 records that remain, but the best 7 teams. And I think Indiana could fall into either one of those things. Clearly, they have one of the best 7 records. They've only lost 1 game. They're going to beat Purdue, so they're going to be 10-1. That's a great season. Are they one of the best 7 teams remaining? I don't know.
Versus a 3-loss Mississippi?
Or 3-loss Georgia, and we'll see how it shakes out.
I would never say a 3-loss team is better than the team that's lost once. I could care less how many talented players. I mean, that's 3 losses. 3. You lost 3 times. 3 times you lined up and lost.
I know this is an extreme example, but then if I go 11-1 playing a high school schedule, and you go 8-3 playing in the SEC,
but that's not Indiana. That's not Indiana. We're not talking about the WAC champion. We're talking about.
You're not talking about the Big Ten champion either. You're talking about the 3rd place team.
But
in that
they're
league.
in the Big Ten. We're not talking about the WAC champion, the Sun Belt.
The Big Ten is not very good this
Conference
year.
USA.
It's top heavy. You got 2 heavyweights.
Right there with you. But I think that's just a little unfair.
They're going to get in,
especially if you're in a Power 5.
Can I tell you something else?
Yeah.
I love it when somebody gets the shaft in these situations because what it does is it makes it. This is the only sport that matters in the regular season for a long time.
Yes.
Was college football. And now this, even with 12 spots, the college regular football season still matters a little bit.
You know what really is the thing that I think you have stones is that whoever asked Signetti that question.
It's the obvious question.
But who was going to do it?
I'd do it.
You'd walk point?
Sure.
You'd walk point and ask the question?
Hey,
you know it's coming.
No, the question is, Coach, you played a good team. you lost by, was it 20-some-odd points?
Right.
I know you're only a one-loss team. Are you at all worried that you're going to be left out because you haven't beaten a ranked team all season?
Oh, I know the question. I'm just saying, but you know the answer you're going to get.
Well, you're going to get a fiery answer one way or the other. You're going to get a soundbite.
I'm not here to make. He's not my pal.
You ask him.
Yeah. I'd be happy to. That's fine. All right, call us right now. Your best of the NFL weekend. 877-710-3776. That's 877-710-ESPN for your chance to win a 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for two, and then golf or bowling for two, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. That's coming up next. Is Travis DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Flip for LA Football Club, Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Kia America debuted 5 new vehicles at the 2024 Los Angeles Auto Show. Sportage, Sportage Hybrid, Sportage PHEV, EV6, and EV9 GT. These latest vehicles showcase Kia's upgraded performance and the brand's latest connectivity technology. Kia also applies the brand's latest Opposites United design elements across these 5 model lines. Kia's design philosophy takes its cues and inspirations from the contrasts found in nature and everyday life. James Bell, head of Kia Corporate Communications.
At the 2024 LA Auto Show, Kia stole the show and unveiled 5 vehicles. We believe our customers will be delighted with the updates that we have made to these award-winning vehicles on the outside, but perhaps most importantly, what they'll find on the inside will put us on many new shopping lists. The world-class attention to detail, design, quality, technology, and driving dynamics that Kia has become known for will soon be found on every new vehicle in our showrooms.
To see Kia's latest vehicles yourself, stop by the Kia booth at the Los Angeles Auto Show running through December 1st. Sponsored by Kia America.
FX's Say Nothing.
We thought joining the IRA was the noblest thing a person could do.
Northern Ireland, 1971.
They could beat us, they could shoot us, but the one thing they could never get us to do was talk.
Based on the true story and the New York Times bestseller.
You were taught that you were fighting in the name of the people. And I think people should know that it's all lies.
FX's Say Nothing. All episodes now streaming on Hulu.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts, the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, with his best of the football weekend right now.
Oh, bro, do we have to do this?
We both saw it, didn't we?
This is so funny, right? So usually at the end of games, where's my glasses? Lost my glasses. At the end of games, when you're in the locker room, before the press conferences start, the PR department walks around and they give you game books, like what just happened, stats and stuff.
Yeah.
There was no need.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah, there was no need. So my best of the week happens to be the thing that killed the Rams the most. It's Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a performance like that in forever. I'm trying to get the numbers up. What were his final numbers?
255.
255
2
rushing
TDs.
yards.
Both of them over 70 yards.
Okay, 26 carries, 255. That's not the thing. 9.8 yards per carry. You are just 0.2 away from being officially unstoppable. A first down per rush.
Yeah.
That is crazy. If you add in the receiving yards, that's your MVP. That's the best of the week for me.
Let me throw this one at you because I know you were there for this one too. What you saw Saquon do last night, or what you saw Lamar Jackson do at the Coliseum a few years ago?
Saquon.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Saquon. I'd never seen a performance like that to where he's almost untackleable in the open field, and he's faster than everyone else.
Lamar's pretty fast.
Super fast, but that was unreal. I will never forget that performance.
I think so too.
Yeah.
When we were watching it last night, I'm like, this feels a lot like Lamar Jackson at the Coliseum a few years ago. And different styles, but
it
still
reminded
the
me
same result.
Of 80s football when the running back was the fastest and the best guy on the field. I will never forget that.
You know what the best thing I saw in the NFL weekend was, and it was at the SoFi Stadium last night as well. It was not an Eagles thing. It was not even necessarily a Rams thing, but rather it was the Dodger World Series trophy making its way throughout SoFi Stadium. So you got a picture with Anthony Banda and the trophy.
Did. So he's walking by, and the first person I think about is you. I'm like, this is the guy? This
he had
is
a
this
shirt
guy
on
here.
here, okay?
Okay, so I told him that too. I said, I
don't
sure
do
did.
me like
I outed
that.
you big time. I did. Gave him your name and everything. So he may come on the show.
He's heard it from everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not the first time that he's heard that. That was it was good to see a championship trophy on a night that really did not go very well for the home team for sure. Let's try our best of the NFL weekend on the phone. Let's go to Pasadena and Patty. Patty, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up?
Hey guys.
Yeah, Patty.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It had to be the Vikings kicker. I mean, the guy wears, 96? What's his name? John Wilkes Booth? I don't know. It's like
I don't think that's his name. I would have to double check that, but if there's a Booth family out there, John Wilkes is probably off the option tree.
John Wilkes Booth. Oh my God.
John Parker Roma. Well, three-name kicker.
Yeah.
Wears 96. I mean, the end of that game was just insane, and then for him to come on OT, hit the game winner, that was pretty nice.
It was, Patty, and you are with your best of the weekend. You win a 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for two, and then golf or bowling for two, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Make sure you stay on the line. Emily's going to get all of your information. Congratulations to you, Patty. The Vikings are 9-2 as well, and they sure don't feel like a 9-2 team. Like that. They're
who? I'm sorry.
The Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
You look at what Detroit's done. You look at, even when Kansas City's had a couple of close calls, but they keep winning games. Minnesota, their record is as good as it is, does not add up to what I've seen when I've watched them play football.
Because of Detroit and Philadelphia.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
And maybe because of what we saw at SoFi a few Thursdays ago where the Rams, the Rams beat them pretty decisively that night.
I think in a world that doesn't include the Eagles and the Lions, Minnesota wins the NFC. Maybe Green Bay. Maybe it's Green Bay and Minnesota.
I think the Minnesota Vikings are in that Green Bay, Vikings, Seahawks, Arizona, Tampa, Atlanta. I feel like they're all kind of the same. I don't know if anybody's worse. I don't think anybody's better. I think they all feel like you take those 5 or 6 or 7 teams at the bottom half of the NFC playoff picture, not even the bottom half, like the bottom 2/3.
Yeah.
They're all kind of about the same.
I agree with you. I think if any other team other than Philadelphia and Detroit comes out of the NFC and makes the Super Bowl, it's one of the biggest upsets ever. Because I think Detroit and Philadelphia are head and shoulders above everyone else in this division, in this conference.
Who do you think gets that 7th spot in the NFC? Because there's 6 that you're going to get your 4 division winners, right? And then you're going to have
let's see,
Green Bay and Minnesota for sure. Green Bay and Minnesota are going in for sure. That leaves 1 spot. So this is what you're talking about for 1 spot. You're talking about, and as of right now, believe it or not, the team that has it is still the Washington Commanders, even though they're coming unglued.
Washington, Arizona, Tampa, the Rams, San Fran.
Yep, and I think that's the bottom of it. I think San Fran is the bottom of it. I don't think New Orleans at 4-7 can get there, but the Niners, Rams, Bucks, Cards all feel kind of the same.
That's what I mean. I think the West is going to sort itself out. So whatever team decides to win that division is going to go in, and then after that, Tampa or San Fran, Tampa or Washington.
Not Washington. They feel like so. The thing that's happening in Washington,
I can see Tampa doing it.
Washington is having the Cliff Kingsbury effect. It's happened in college. It happened at Arizona. It happened at USC, and now it's happening in Washington D.C. Really good starts, and then
flameouts
towards the back end.
Is it because people get like the number on it?
It has to be, right? Because it didn't just happen in one place or two places or three places. This is the fourth consecutive stop where once they get a look at him through the half of the season, it just doesn't get worse. It gets way worse. He's winning about 75% to start and about 25% at the back end.
That's what he's been. I don't know. Like maybe he just refuses to change once they catch up, but it seems like they do catch up. Of anybody with the grit to make it in that spot, I wouldn't rule out San Fran, but like I said, the West will take care of itself. I wouldn't rule out Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. That's his
well, they
spot.
can still win the division too.
But that's his stuff.
The seventh spot,
right there, coming out of nowhere. Yes,
the West could get two. As weird as it is, because look, I mean, Tampa's right there. Arizona is only a half game behind the Washington Commanders, and Arizona and the Rams and the Niners. They're the same team. They might not have the same record, but they're all just barely better or barely worse than average. And you could flip a coin, and they're going to beat each other 5 out of 10 times across the board. It's just how it shakes out.
Of those teams you mentioned, strength of schedule wins, I think Tampa has the best so far.
593.
I mean, they're playing tough teams and they're losing. But
they're getting their guys back. Mike Evans played yesterday.
Yeah,
they're a little bit better.
Another underrated dude. How come no one talks about Mike Evans? Maybe because he's in Florida. But when you match up with him, he kills you every single time.
I was going to say but they did win. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no one talks about Mike Evans.
But he is one of those wide receivers. Like he's not one of the first ones you think of, though. He will be potentially in the Hall of Fame. He's going to put up all these crazy numbers. Has been really consistent and consistently good for his entire career.
Did you guys talk about Megatron when he was great in Detroit?
No, he's on a bad team.
That's what I mean. Okay, that's the same as Mike
you
Evans.
would talk about him in the hey, look, he's leading the league in receiving yards. Oh, hey, look, he set a record for most receiving yards.
But he's not leading Sports Center.
But you're not like, hey. He's a fantasy football type, but you got to be on a good team. And quite frankly, this is why every television announcer is a Dallas Cowboy. The Cowboys, the Steelers, the Packers, the Niners, the Giants, even when they're not good, they always get all the attention. That's just the way that it goes.
It does matter. It really does matter, depending on where you are, the attention you get. But sometimes it's undeniable. Like you said, Hall of Fame, Mike Evans, definitely. But when you talk about top receivers, you probably go through 10 before you get to him.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin was like, they finally started to win this year, and now they're losing again, so we'll stop talking about him all over again. He had a great play at the end of the game last night. That game was bonkers.
So he missed an extra point.
That
would have tied the game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He missed an extra point that would have tied the game after they got the ball back. What were there, like 30-some seconds left? They drive the field. They score. Ted McLaurin has the long run. You had Gavante Turpin with the 360 spin in the middle of the field after they tied the game earlier to go. The whole thing was just bananas.
Emily, that's one we didn't bring up, and I forgot, and it just reminds me, missing extra points. Cardi, how do you feel?
Terrible.
Okay, that's the look. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't want to open that door. I hate kicking carousels.
But this is indoor, no wind,
you can't be missing
elements.
extra points.
No. Well, kicking carousels are no good. I'm with you.
I hate
but
it.
the only other thing is I can't have a kicker that I can't trust. And I'm not trying to put any words in anybody's mouth. When Josh Carty missed that kick last night and they cut to Sean McVay, I don't think I had a hard time reading his mind.
Okay. I'm so glad you didn't say lips.
The look, no, it wasn't his lips.
Okay.
It was just the look on his face was, no, man, this guy ain't it.
That's what I'm saying.
And maybe he was just, it was the,
okay, so
it was clearly like,
I swear,
really?
Like I said, just trust me on this. I swear with that kid's motion, he's going to kick for 30 years. So would you rather let him ride this out because I think it's just the thing, or would you open the carousel?
Okay.
Because I can say this, the carousel ends nowhere. It's back in the draft.
I hear you, and I'm willing to ride it out for one simple reason. What you just said. If you're telling me what you're seeing is good, okay, then let's ride this out through the last 6 games of the season and see if he can figure it out. If we go through 6 more games of him missing kicks, then I have to try to find another guy.
Let me just say this before we get out. Okay, so with place kicking and guys missing, it's more than just him mishitting. Sometimes it's snaps, sometimes it's hold. There's a lot to the operation. And with most place kickers, they're neurotic. They're never going to tell you what's wrong. So you either have to say he's missing or the whole operation needs to be changed. That's what I'm saying. So it may not be just him. And if you let him go and he straightens it out, the guy's going to kick for a million years.
I don't want to oversimplify this. I need the ball to go in.
Me too. Excuse-free zone.
Yeah. Did you make it? Yes. Cool. Good job. Did you miss it? No. Why not? I can't tell you. Then I can't help you.
Totally.
If you're telling me, look, hey, listen, man, the snap sucks, the hold sucks, then okay, let's tinker with some stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're just missing kicks and I'm just a weirdo kicker, then beat it.
I know it's place kicking is weird.
It's relief pitchers.
Totally.
It's relief pitchers that one year a guy every guy he goes up against, he strikes him out. The next year, the same guy, same opponents, and he gets lit up. It's between the ears. And kickers are goalies too, hockey goalies. Right. They're all crazy. Lakers have a nemesis, and speaking of Indiana playing a good team and getting blown out, Lakers played the Denver Nuggets. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Prize Picks, DeMarco. Have you put it on your phone yet? Have you put in the code 710 to get your $50 after your first $5 line? Because you should.
Yep.
Because you can win up to 100 times your money with as little as 4 correct picks. You just pick more or pick less. Like, for instance, you wanted to pick more on Saquon Barkley yesterday because he had a lot more than his statistical projections. This is what Prize Picks is in a nutshell. You go, you open it up, whether you like football, whether you like hockey, NBA basketball, pretty much anything that you want, they've got you covered at Prize Picks. You look at the number, you decide more or less, and if you get it right, you collect your money. In as little as 15 minutes, Prize Picks is going to pay you out. It is a great way to take something that's great, sports, and make it even better, money. But you can't do it without that app on your phone. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Put in that code 710, and you're going to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win the $5 lineup. You're going to get the $50 no matter what. Prize Picks. Run your game.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Cappy. Smile at every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, where every Subaru purchase helps make a difference. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 per month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. Looking to sell your car? We'll pay you cash on the spot at Ocean Subaru.
With approved credit and Subaru Motors Finance, every new Subaru purchase or lease, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S3701188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/30/2024.
Los Angeles, your Rams will be back home on Sunday, December 8th as they take on the Buffalo Bills. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford will go head-to-head against Josh Allen and the Bills. The stage is set for an electric AFC-NFC matchup you don't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/BUF. Again, that is therams.com/BUF to watch your Los Angeles Rams face off against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, December 8th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, Trav, on Friday, you probably had one of your best birthday gifts possible. You talked to all your favorite Dodgers of your
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
So how was the rest of your birthday weekend?
It was really, really nice. I had a wonderful time. We went out and had dinner with Susan and my son Michael and his buddy Blaze, who's spending a few days with us over the Thanksgiving holiday. He's from the East Coast, so he's spending the holiday with us.
Likes chowder?
He looks like he grew up in San Clemente 5 minutes from my house. Like if you would have said, I'll give you 10 million guesses to guess where that kid's from, I would have said Laguna Beach, no. San Clemente, no. San Diego, no. Like I just would have stayed exclusively on the West Coast.
That's his real name, Blaze?
Blaze.
I have another friend whose name is Blaze.
Yeah.
Just Blaze. Oh, we'd be buddies. Yeah, man.
So that's interesting that you asked that because I was
What?
We had a nice night. We went to dinner, had a martini, and came back, and Susan and I watched a little TV, whatever. And so Michael and his buddy, they go out, right? They're going to go see Michael's high school friends, and they're going to hang out and get caught up. They're back from school and all that stuff. Take a guess what time Michael and Blaze came home on Friday evening / Saturday morning.
Friday,
2 a.m.
Saturday? Okay, how old?
They're 19.
19 years old, 4. Am I close?
3:30.
Did they have an Uber?
They were in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 a.m. is my guess.
2, what did you say?
3:30.
4.
You all are wrong.
What time?
You're the closest.
6 a.m.
4:15.
4:15.
Wow.
That's about right. Yeah.
And so I'm in bed. Believe it or not, I was asleep at 4:15 in the morning. I'm a weirdo like that. And so I'm laying in bed and I hear what I thought was my front door. You know the sound of your front door.
Of course.
And do you guys have like a beep beep?
No, it has a very distinct when the latch unlatches.
It's the dad alert.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Somebody has come through the front door.
Correct.
I could be in a anesthesia, and I would say somebody's coming through my front door.
Right.
So I wake up, and I'm like, hey, maybe, and when you're kind of groggy from sleep, and you're not quite thinking super clearly, I'm like, okay, maybe I just heard somebody open a door down the hallway because they to go use the bathroom or something like that. So I start to listen a little more. No, it's the front door, because now I hear it slam. Then I hear they picked up a third person at some point along their journey, also named Blaze. Believe
2 Blazes?
Oh, wow.
Double Blazes in
Double
the
Blaze.
house.
Oh, my God. So like a tag team.
They're laughing and carrying on in the living room like it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's
at
4 in the morning.
4:15 in the morning.
Wow. What'd you do?
We had a conversation the next day when,
You didn't break it up?
So, it didn't last long, thankfully.
Okay.
It only lasted maybe 5 minutes, and they all went to bed.
That's when you go out in the boxers, yeah.
So the next morning, I get up early to play golf. Okay,
Yeah.
I go and I play golf with my buddy Darbo. And
what up, Darbo?
We play golf. We have lunch, have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
We come home. I come back through the front door at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay. Michael,
they're asleep,
and Double Blazes have still not risen for the day.
Oh.
It was
Came in late,
after
sleeping in.
2 o'clock in the afternoon when they first poked their heads up.
Oh, so you got a summer camp at your house.
And so I said to Michael at this point, I said, hey, dude, 4 o'clock in the morning's pretty aggressive, and you guys were loud, man. Well, no, I said, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Let's not do that anymore. If you're going to, and I know you
what
can
were
stay
they
out
doing till 4 o'clock in the morning?
Hanging out, probably drinking some beers.
Playing
and
video
doing all
games?
this, probably stupid stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, I don't care that you're out late. I really, you're in college. But
live life, have fun.
If you're going to come into my house at 4 o'clock in the morning, can you maybe just try to do it? No, it was, I'm like, let's just not do that again.
Whoa.
Okay. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
every now and then the lion, the one that leads it will pop up and just a little bit.
Yeah.
The next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this on.
We're not doing that again,
yes.
right? We're clear?
Good for you.
Yeah.
But, dude, that was straight up boxer shorts and V-neck T-shirt. And you go down, right.
I should
go down like that.
In retrospect. But see, okay, I don't know if we've touched this. I'd have to put my boxer shorts and V-neck on.
Okay, even better.
Or because it's just popping up and opening the door and going, hey!
I guarantee you, if you walked
that would have
out,
been traumatizing for everybody.
But if you walked out naked, Blaze would have never come over again. Never. Dad is mad. He's naked. He doesn't care.
They would have been a puff of smoke.
Absolutely. He doesn't care. Dad is hot.
It's cold. I would have had to, it's just, there's a lot going on. Wasn't at my best. It was cold.
That's gutsy, though. Coming in the house and slamming the door at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're loud?
And
we got problems.
It was just one of those.
Yeah. We got problems. We're going to have problems.
4?
I may show up with a bat. Yeah,
4?
You should have walked down with the bat.
Late.
There you go.
It was late.
Wow.
How was your, I know you went to the Laker game on Saturday with your teammates. You said you had a good time. Lakers not so much. They got blowed out by the Nuggets all over again.
That was the quietest butt kicking I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Oh, my God. It was like slow, methodical. We're just better than you. There's levels to this. You know what I mean? And watching it with other guys that I respect, and some of them played basketball. They told me this, and you can actually learn the game of basketball, like how to play it the right way by watching Jokic.
Well, he plays old man dad basketball, only he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, right moves every time. You're
Right.
open, pass. Oh, it's my turn.
Screen,
shoot, bang.
cut, hit the open guy, nobody
Perfect.
there, shoot. Yeah.
Yes, you're not there. Why can't the Lakers find one of those guys?
You mean a 3-time, soon-to-be 4-time MVP? Those are hard to find.
Just a guy that knows the game. I guess LeBron does.
Well,
I mean,
well,
look, but
yeah.
he just makes it look so easy.
He's terribly misleading because he does make it look easy.
Yeah.
If it was just as easy as stand at the top of the key and make the right play, everybody would do it. He's a genius.
Yeah, but super efficient. Don't make a mistake. Hit the wide open guy, bang, and then get back. So, yeah, just like the Rams, there's levels to this. They're better than you.
They are.
But I think the Lakers have a better chance of getting there.
I think that's fair.
As opposed to the Rams.
Yeah. I think that they have some of that explosivity that I think maybe the Rams are lacking. They have LeBron James. They have Anthony Davis. Dalton Connect is a shooter that he can get hot. We've seen some things like that. It was, though, the fear is probably too strong. The Lakers were playing really well. They put up a nice record, but they were beating bad teams. Now, they were beating bad teams. You're supposed to beat bad teams. Good. That means that good teams beat bad teams. They were taking care of their business, but it was, hey, let's see what happens with Orlando. Ireland said it. Let's see what happens with Orlando and Denver. They lost to Orlando, and Wagner hit the game when you're like, all right, that could have gone either way. They missed some free throws. Maybe it's a little fluky.
They made them work, though.
They did.
They did. They made them work.
They got their butts kicked by the Nuggets, and and the Nuggets are having a good year, but the Nuggets are not like the Cavaliers or the Celtics right now. There are levels to this, and even right now, they're not in that top level. They're in the next one, and the Lakers are in the level below that.
So I've been to Laker games before. The energy in the building was different. So not only are the Nuggets good, there is a psychological advantage. They've done this before, and they know we're going to beat you, and everyone in the arena knew that they were going to win. So there's more than just talent going on down there.
They got to get better. They got to get better, and they have to get more talent. And I do think a trade is inevitable this year. I know that we felt like that the last couple of years, and it didn't really happen.
A trade to make
they got to get another dynamic player. And I don't know if it's for
or just more time with Connect.
No, he's part of the mix for sure.
Yeah.
Like Connect's here to stay for a while.
Because I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. AD, LeBron, and this guy keeps developing.
They need to raise their floor. The ceiling is fine. LeBron and AD at the top is fine. They need to raise their floor. They need their 4th, 5th, 6th guys to be a little bit better than what we've seen, I believe. That
to beat Denver, definitely.
To beat those teams, to be in the top half of the Western Conference, to be a top 4 seed, to host a playoff series.
And you know what? If you do add that 4th, you still may not beat them. That's the psychological advantage I'm talking about. Even with that, even if you build to beat Denver, you still might not.
They're not quite as good as they were 2 years ago when they won the title. Last year, they lost in the second round. KCP is gone. Jamal Murray does not seem to be the same guy he was 2 years ago.
I don't think it's them. I think it's the one guy we led off this segment with. I think it's him. It's Jokic.
Other people found an answer for him. And not that there's a good answer for him, but we've seen other people can beat them.
Yeah. Where's he from, Jokic?
Serbia?
Yeah. I mean, a guy who plays that efficiently, like Russian hockey, the way Lakers play, it's so inefficient. We should not lose to them. Like, it's embarrassing if we do because they don't play the right way. That's what I get out of him, like the Ivan Drago approach. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Yeah, like we should not lose to them because they will beat themselves.
Yeah. They're not on that level. Their top is, the rest isn't. I'm repeating myself. The bottom needs to come up. The top's like Anthony Davis. If you held an MVP vote today, he might win.
Yeah,
he probably wouldn't, but he'd be darn near the top. Dalton
and LeBron
Connect
would be in the combo.
He absolutely would. LeBron's doing what he's doing. Dalton Connect is on the short list for Rookie of the Year. JJ Redick has done a good job as a first-year head coach. It's the rest of it that it's the bottom needs to come up. It's not that the top needs to go higher. You're getting the best performances from those guys.
Speaking of LeBron, real quick, just to the tabloid section, did he drop off Twitter?
He's taking a break from social media.
He's taking a break off Twitter, and then there was something about he separated himself from Redick. Like something about Reddick was going into the basement to figure out how to deal with this loss, and they asked him about it, and he I don't know how to do that. Nothing?
I missed that.
Anybody?
Well, Reddick, after the game that they lost against the Magic, he said, I'm going to go into a dark place, which is his basement, to go watch more film.
So I think they asked LeBron about that.
And I'm sure LeBron was also just being tongue-in-cheek and being like, I'm not going to go into my basement in the darkness.
So it's a big pile of nothing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It usually is. College Football Corner. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
With over 20 clinics in the greater LA area, Game Day Men's Health offers premium services like testosterone therapy, ED treatment, and more to optimize your health. Visit GameDayMen'sLA.com to schedule your complimentary testosterone test and consultation. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health.
Hey guys, John Ireland here. To build a winning team, you have to have the right people doing what they do best. If you're in a position to hire for your business, listen closely, because we have the ultimate teammate, ZipRecruiter. And you can try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Hiring the right candidate is hard. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people. So it makes finding and hiring your next superstar much easier. This is why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So be like the 3.8 million businesses who have come to ZipRecruiter and sped up their hiring process. Try ZipRecruiter today for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. One more time, ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call NextGen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a NextGen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a NextGen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. NextGen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Yeah, it's stressful. And half the time you don't even get the right thing. Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the right gift for everyone on your list. Think about it. People love their shoes. And once they try hands-free Skechers slip-ins, it takes that love to a whole new level. Why? Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone. Moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers. Just sneak into their closet, get their shoe size, and you're good to go. Plus, they come in everyone's favorite styles and colors, from sneakers to casual shoes, even winter boots. And they look so stylish, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. So, this season, save time, quit your worrying, and get everyone on your list hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Holiday crisis averted. Now go get some rest. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, guys, another college football corner. And I know that there was a ton of crazy endings of NFL games yesterday, which we will get to. But one of the craziest endings was this one in college football. So Arizona State, number 21, Arizona State was playing number 14, BYU. This is for competition of the top of the Big 12. They were both competing for top of the Big 12. The winner of this game was at the top. So now Arizona State is on the top. They beat BYU 28-23. That's not the story here. The story here is, and near the end of the game, time's expiring. Arizona State has the ball on BYU's 49-yard line. It is 4th and goal somehow for the 49-yard line, but there's 6 seconds left. The quarterback drops back, wastes all that time, throws an incomplete pass as far down the field as he can, and time seems to have expired.
Oh, yeah.
Time didn't expire, okay? The ASU fans, though, rush the field. Everyone's on the field, and in the middle of it, there's a review happening with the officials, and the coach is... I forgot his name, Dillingham. Kenny Dillingham is being consulted by the refs, and they're like, there's more time on the clock. There's 1 second left on the clock, and this is, again, all the students are on the field.
Yeah.
And so he's like, there's no way. Anyway, they have to evacuate the field of all the students. They have already torn down the goalpost after beating the team that's only 7 seats ahead of you.
They ripped the goalpost down?
Whatever.
No, you don't rip the goalpost down for beating BYU. Stop.
Exactly.
Wait,
so
same kids that were in your living room? Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah.
BYU
Good point.
now has the ball because it was 4th and goal. So now BYU has the ball on the 49-yard line of their own 49-yard line. They throw a Hail Mary. It is 2 yards shy of a touchdown.
Wow.
BYU catches it, but 2 yards short. Game ends. Now you can fully rush the field. Arizona's on top of the Big 12.
Wow.
And, yeah, it was absolutely insane. But, again, you shouldn't have to storm the field for beating your opponent at 6 seeds ahead of you. And then also, after the game, Kenny Dillingham had this to say about how to encourage your team to come back and do this again next year. So this is Kenny Dillingham.
So buy your season tickets. Let's make that every single week of next year. Because why would you not want to be in that environment? That was one of the most fun places to be in college football. Why would you not want to do that every Saturday?
Sell it, Coach.
All it is the fan base saying this is what we choose to do. So buy your tickets, donate to keep our team.
Sell it.
Right? And let's repeat next year, and let's try to run it back at home. Thank y'all. Go Devils. Activate the Valley, baby.
And he was wearing their NIL corporation's shirt as he's doing it. So he's like pointing to the shirt, like donate to this. So
the sham wow guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Following me, camera guy?
Right.
How do you evacuate all these students off the field?
Man,
That seems like something crazy.
Bro, I never understood the rushing of the field thing.
Were you ever on the field when the field got stormed?
It's happened a few times. Our fans did it once or twice, but I never understood that.
Yeah.
I never understood what's the fascination with running onto the field.
You said it best 35, 40 seconds ago. You're 19 and dumb and probably drunk and high or both.
Okay, makes sense, but why do you want to rush the field?
Because you want to go down there to celebrate with the guys. You want to, for a moment, you want to be down there and throw the party with the players. That's
I guess
why.
so, but they're trying to leave. They don't want to party.
Well, they seem to be enjoying themselves too. They did not. The Sun Devil players did not look like they were racing to get out of there. They look like they were
they're
enjoying
not coming
it too.
for you.
No.
But then eventually the quarterback was like, "Get off the field, guys."
Yeah. Look, you know what would be pretty cool?
What?
A good Arizona team, a good Colorado team, a good Oregon team, a good Washington team. I don't know, like having a conference out here on the West Coast with a bunch of those really good teams in one spot.
You mean like the Pac-12?
ASU's going to go to the playoff.
I know.
If they take care of their business, Colorado might go to the playoff.
Yeah.
Imagine having all those teams in one conference
That'd be
and
nice.
having some anchors like, I don't know, USC and Oregon and Washington in your league.
I feel like you and me are like around a campfire telling stories about what was.
It really stinks.
It
like,
does.
and look,
Yeah.
Oregon's having a good year, and it's fun to see these games, but I don't know. I'm sure with the passage of time it'll grow on me and it'll just be the new normal. And it's like
maybe
Washington's playing Wisconsin. Yeah. Okay, whatever, cool. But it's just I see these games in Arizona State playing BYU and it's exciting.
Yeah,
and and I just don't care anymore.
Whomever dropped the ball at the very top of the
Larry
Pac-12,
Scott,
is that him?
It was.
Is he answering to no one? It is Larry Scott. That's
okay. So I'm being a little bit simplistic in this. He was the commissioner of the Pac-12 when they launched the Pac-12 network, which was a complete catastrophe. And the reason that these teams felt like they had to go find money elsewhere is because their regional television network was a complete flop.
So Larry Scott is
he was the one. He's not
the
there.
Face
He's been gone for a long time, but that was the beginning of the end of it. And they tried to poach Texas and Oklahoma. There's like 2010 about then.
But Texas had their own network,
and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Like they made. Believe it or not, the Pac-12 was the first team to move to try to make a super
to poach.
And by the way, poaching Texas and Oklahoma would have been a grand slam.
Yeah, Big 12
a grand slam.
Yeah.
They didn't get it done, and then all the pieces started to move, and the Pac-12 was the one standing there going,
wow.
Now what?
Wow. Had a good idea, couldn't execute. Whenever we get to the top, those people I'm forever steamed at.
I stormed the field once. The court, not the field.
The basketball court? For what when?
So I was a freshman at UCSB.
Yeah.
And UNLV was the #1 team in the country.
It was a win, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Just saying, storm the court. Could be Malice at the Palace.
It was it was Larry Johnson, Greg Anthony, Stacey Ogman, George Ackles, Anderson Hunt.
That team.
That team. Santa Barbara, Big Monday, ESPN, 9 o'clock tip-off West Coast time. We were primed. Santa Barbara beat them. And beat them by like 9 points. They beat them.
Beat them.
They're #1 team in the country. Whoosh.
Okay, wait, hold on. The whoosh is what I'm interested in. What compelled you to say, let me go down there?
Everybody started going, and I was going with them.
So it's just groupthink.
That moment it was.
Okay.
I wanted, and we're
high or
jumping
drunk?
around. We're not high.
Or both.
Not high. Not high. Jumping around, had a couple of buddies on the team. You're out there giving people hugs. It was awesome. We had a great time.
I've only been in one. We cheated Jacksonville. This is in St. Louis. Mark Brunell was the quarterback. They had time for one more snap. We thought the game was over, so we ran into the locker room. Like, we knew this could be close. They may have 1 second, and I think they were in the red zone. They came and got us.
Yeah.
Like, we left. We started cutting off tape, and they came and got us. You have one more play. So we had to go back out and strap up for one more play, but we tried to cheat them. So I do remember that. Yeah. But we didn't storm. It does happen, yes.
It was, I'm not going to lie, it was fun.
It's really fun.
It was fun.
You've done it?
Yeah, we beat UVA beat Louisville.
Louisville.
My first year at UVA, and yeah, it was really fun and exciting. And we weren't supposed to beat them; they were a ranked team. We were not a ranked team, and
that's basically a lawless society. If you storm,
no,
if you storm the field, it's basically lawless.
Fun. What's scary is what happened at Oklahoma, where there was 80,000 people on the field. That's scary because there's like a stampede going on.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was like at UVA.
It's definitely not a stampede.
There were 1,500 people at this basketball game. There was nobody there,
and it's probably 1,500 people at UVA.
And it was fun.
Okay, you saw Reggie Jackson getting off the field when he was knocking people over. That's me if you storm the field.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
That's Yankee Stadium. This is not the Thunderdome at UCSB.
They also tend to have police escorts out of there.
There's
other
only so
coach.
many cops.
They're not like coming to do. They want to celebrate. It's illogical. I completely understand.
Yeah.
It's an illogical
Some want to
decision.
celebrate. Some want to talk trash. And you're getting too close.
And then you get that guy from Boise State who gets his lights punched out.
Yeah, but that's player to player.
That's fine.
But I'm talking fans running up, and you're talking trash.
If you talk trash and you take one in the teeth, that's your fault.
It's lawless.
That's
I can do what I want if you come on my field. Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because I just want to go down there and jump into Idris Jones's arms and jump up and down and let's party. My man 3 Dries hit some big shots that night.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Something weird's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks of college football left. You got one more round of regular season, and then you're going to get the college football conference championship games, and then it gets weird because let's say Ohio State and Oregon play in the Big 12, or excuse me, the Big 10 championship.
Ohio State and Oregon play in the Big 12 championship.
Okay. Ohio State wins. They played each other twice. They each won. Who's the top seed?
Who won? Who won that game?
Which one?
Whoever gets the most recent victory, I think, is
okay. That would be Ohio State in this scenario.
Then
Why? They've played twice. We went 1-1 against each other.
Who gets the last? You got to go by the last win then.
Why?
Because I think that's fair. So if we played twice and you beat me early and then I beat you late, I think I should
What's
get
the
the
difference?
nod.
We're 1-1. We played twice. We each got one.
We're matched up late. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just makes more sense.
I'm with you. I'm not saying that it should be the other guy. I'm saying we flip a coin. That seems to be the most
I think the
fair
higher
thing.
rating is the one who wins the Big Ten.
I understand.
We beat you in September, but we just beat you last week.
I get that.
Yeah.
They in this scenario, Ohio State would be the conference champion because they won the conference championship. But We played twice. I get that this one we put a little extra thing on, but
yeah. Did you play video games growing up?
Not very often.
Okay, Madden. We had this thing called the last dub. So you could have beaten me 10 times in a row, but if I get the last dub, that's me.
That's you.
Right.
Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, D-Far here. Play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get yourself stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than an hour. Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The immense casino floor, the 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. One of the largest, the biggest, immense. Love it. Come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So, whether your idea of entertainment is kicking it poolside, that's what I love, or putting a great bet on blackjack, also fun, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number right now. 888-38-AND-PECHANGA. 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more information. Also, you can follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information. And I'm going to a bar.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Los Angeles, your Rams will be back home on Sunday, December 8th as they take on the Buffalo Bills. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford will go head-to-head against Josh Allen and the Bills. The stage is set for an electric AFC-NFC matchup you don't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/BUF. Again, that is therams.com/BUF to watch your Los Angeles Rams face off against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, December 8th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Shelburne. Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles isn't just a local favorite? They're ranked one of the best pediatric hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. With nearly 15,000 surgeries a year, they handle more complex procedures than any other hospital in Southern California. That's major league expertise right in our backyard. When it comes to your child's health, CHLA is playing in a league of their own.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Play Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least two players' projected stats. Points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. Sleeper has a special offer for NBA tip-off. Your first deposit will be matched 100% up to $1,500. Use code 710, and your first deposit up to $1,500 will be matched. That's code 710. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team.
Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot.
Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap. On the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Hody, hody.
Aloha.
Frank Garcia. Yeah. When they stormed the field, we lost somewhere. Maybe it was Ohio State. And this dude is a psycho. And you ran on the field, and he started taking people out right in front of me. I'm like, and there's no one to stop him.
Give him a wide berth.
But I'm like, there's no one to stop him. Why would you want to do that?
Thunderdome.
Anyway, yeah.
And before we get into Factor Cap, we have an exciting thing, the ESPN LA Dream Ticket presented by Stella Rosa. Enter for your chance to win a Dream Ticket experience to the biggest game of the college football season. Go to ESPNLADreamTicket.com for your chance to enter now through November 30th. Stella Rosa wines sweet taste of victory.
It was Ohio State. We lost to Ohio State in the horseshoe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Regular season?
Regular season.
Oh, yeah, I guess it'd have to be, yeah.
Vermeil was the coach or the announcer, and I made player of the game.
No kidding.
And we lost. We're running off, and they stormed the field, and, man, Frank was taking people out. And I'm like, you came down here? Anyway, go ahead.
Yep.
All right, so my weekend was consumed by 2 albums. One of them is Kendrick Lamar's album, G&X. Fantastic album if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to it. I have some information about that for Hot and Cold. And then also the Wicked album, because I saw Wicked on Saturday, and it awakened in me my Wicked obsession, which has been dormant for 10 years. So really excited about it. So fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you don't need to see the show. It's really good. But there's one song from Wicked that is in the movie. It's called Dancing Through Life. And the lyrics go like this. Life's more painless for the brainless. Why think too hard when it's so soothing? Dancing through life. Basically saying life's easier when you don't care. When you're not thinking about anything. When your brain just goes in and out. So my statement is, life is easier if you didn't care about things. Travis, Factor Cap. This is existential. Sorry, guys.
No. It's cap because there's a sweet spot. You can't be so dumb that you can't get out of your own way. You know what I mean? Where you do dumb things that create your life to have all sorts of, but there's the sweet spot where you're dumb enough to not realize that things can be bad and that there's trouble lurking, but you're just shrewd, savvy, instinctual enough to everything just kind of works out because you just kind of keep it in the middle of the road. You can't be a dummy, but not being smart sounds great. Right?
It feels unburdened.
It does. Like you just need. There's some people that like, aren't you worried about that? Worried about what? The fact that there's existential dread around every corner every day. That doesn't bother you? Wait, what do you mean? Like that would be wonderful. I wish I had that.
Learn to live the unexamined life, as the song says.
So
Mike
wait,
Trout.
Is the question as an adult or just
Saying,
period?
You think life would be easier if you didn't care about things.
See, that sounds like I want to be young again because that sounds like being a kid.
A little bit.
I have zero cares in the world. Yeah, that's fun.
Stuff will work out.
Yeah. Now I understand youth is wasted on the young. I get it. Totally understand. But as an adult, fact, I want to be the dude from The Big Lebowski. I want to be that guy that doesn't care about anything.
But then what do you live for?
I want to write a check for 50 cents. Yes.
The moment, baby.
The moment.
That's it, dude.
What are we having for lunch, Em?
Yes.
Let's go to the Oz Dust Ballroom.
Whatever happens after that's
The
going to happen
rug
anyway,
tied the
Em.
room together, man.
Yeah.
Bowling. Yes.
All right, Jorge.
That's why they call it a present, because it's a gift. It
Yes,
happens right now.
Thank
So
you.
live
I
for
want to be the
moment.
dude. Yes, absolutely.
Hold on. I got something.
Right? That's what the dude doesn't care.
Corey, what do you think about this question?
I think you just have to find a balance. You got me with the whole I want to be a kid again. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
But you got me with that again. But I guess the older you get, you just have to find the balance, and or just go with our motto: who cares?
But it's hard. Who cares? Well, I'm going to be 65 and broke and living in a box in the street. That's why I care.
Yeah,
exactly. I can't turn that off. Like I drive by, I'm like, that's an underpass that maybe I'll live under one day. I still think about it every single day. Like, what? Okay, if I lost my job today, how much money do I have? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month?
Yeah.
If it was just Susan's job, like I can't turn it off. I wish I could. I can't do it.
All right, that leads me into the next one. The next reference.
There's the ones with the greens crosses, the pharmacies.
Well,
go there.
So yes. And 8 out of 10 times, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's those 2 times that it makes it worse, way worse. You're like, oh my God, it's really happening. What am I doing with my life?
It's reality, yes.
All right, so the next one is having to do with Kendrick's song "TV Off."
Oh yeah.
Great song. And on it, he goes, "Mustard!" I'm butchering that, but if you saw on your Twitter timeline why everyone was saying mustard, it's because of TV Off. My statement, though, is mustard is the best condiment in all forms. Honey mustard, mustard kernels, and what are they called? Mustard seeds?
Yeah.
So mustard is the best condiment.
Oh, my
DeMarco
God,
Patrick
that's a
Cap.
hard one. I'm a ketchup guy. I love ketchup. Burgers, fries, but mustard on
Could you put ketchup
bratwurst?
on a sandwich?
No, you can only put mustard or ketchup on a few
Burger,
things.
hot dog.
French fries,
Mustard
burgers.
is very versatile.
Yeah.
I do use it on hot dogs, but I have mustard. You might be right. Fact. It might be mustard. Might be the best condiment.
Trev?
I think it's fact because you could put it on a sandwich. You can put it on a sausage, a hot dog. You put it on a pretzel. It can be sweet. It
Part
can
of
be
the
very,
recipe.
It can be very savory. Like mayonnaise is just basically a fat delivery system.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup is kind of sweet and doesn't go on like. Mustard kind of works in all of those different lanes.
Mustard
There's a lot
works
of
on a
varieties.
ham sandwich. Ketchup does not.
Right.
Yeah.
DeMarco, give me your best mustard.
No.
Come on.
No.
All right.
If there's something in the Brenner's household, we don't buy mustard. We don't buy it. We don't consume it. It's just if it's on the hot dog when you go to somewhere and it's one of those things where you can't ask for them to remove it, then fine, okay, whatever, I'll eat it. But
all mustard.
So when you order a hot dog, you don't put mustard on it?
I don't.
What do you eat it with?
He's a mayo guy.
Mayo and ketchup.
Mayo and ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay.
And then maybe a little hot sauce.
What about
whatever.
honey mustard?
No.
What about stone ground mustard?
No
what
mustard.
about brown mustard?
Dijon mustard.
What about Dijon mustard?
Anything that has mustard, it doesn't. We don't.
You don't
buy
like it?
Remember when
Just
everyone
not there?
freaked out when
Yeah.
Obama put Dijon mustard on a sandwich?
That sounds really good.
Exactly. Oh no, hamburger. He put it on a hamburger,
That
and
sounds-
everyone freaked out.
That sounds
Anyway.
really good.
All right, next thing.
Yeah.
No, it was like it was an
Was it
insane
good?
thing.
You a Dijonnaise guy, DeMarco?
Mix it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm with you. Come on, man.
Terrific.
Come on, bro. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 2 more for you guys. So Wicked, the story is of Glinda and Elphaba, the 2 witches in Wizard of Oz that went to school together, and they became friends because they roomed together at school, and then they had a
Which
falling
school?
apart. It's called Shiz, dear old Shiz.
You just wanted her to say that, didn't you?
I didn't even know that was the answer. I didn't mean like WHICH. I meant WITCH school.
Which school?
Which school? Like brooms and pointy hats.
Brooms and pointy hats school. Yes.
If it was leprechaun school, kind of.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
gotcha,
one.
gotcha,
School.
Gotcha.
Not
but
which school did she go to? Did she go to which school?
Like clown
Yes,
school.
which school?
Which school?
Like
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
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 So they were really close, have a falling out, and that's the basis of this movie. There is someone from college that you fell out with that you wish you were still close with. Jorge Fettercap.
I guess I can say Laura, but then we fixed that kind of like afterwards. It was stupid, whatever. But we have stories of driving home, like she would drop me off because it was on the way to her house, and we had no gas.
That's when you rolled down the hill,
we
right?
We rolled down the hill right there on my down Grand. If you guys are familiar with the area, there's a hill on Grand that takes you down to Cameron, and you'd make a left, and it takes you into West Covina. So we have no gas, so she has no gas. The light is on, and who knows how much gas we have left. And and then after that, we went through our. I think we had a fallout, but then we kind of fixed things, and then everything's been working since. Other than that, there's people that come in and out of your life all the time. So, I think that's the only one that I can point out.
I didn't know that, and I got caught up in that at Fleming's.
Oh, man, but that's
I had no idea that you guys had heat.
Oh, no.
It's no heat, but there was heat.
No, I mean, no, but it wasn't it's nothing bad.
It's just my jaw dropped. But you guys?
Really? Yeah, but okay.
Brother and sister.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Even her mom's like, dude, you're part of the family. So it was it's always been a brother and sister thing, but people would always think it's something else, but no, it's never been that way.
Travis, I kept bringing it up.
Yeah.
They were like, it's always, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
Travis, what do you think about this?
No, it's Cap for me, not because there are people that I went to school with that I don't talk to anymore. Not that we had a falling out. We just fell out of touch. It wasn't like an incident where, forget you. I hope, burn in hell situation. It wasn't that. It's just that, you would go from talking to him every day to talking to him once a week to once a month to once a year to I can't remember the last time I talked to you.
Yeah.
That I would like to reconnect with people. But no, I've never look. If I had a falling out like a blank you moment, that's it. I don't. I'm not doubling back on that.
DeMarco?
Did somebody call you?
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay. I would go fact, but look, there's some dudes that did some stuff that is unforgivable, but I still love them. Like if the invading horde was outside their house and they said help, I'd be there, but there's some stuff we just can't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you messed that up. So fact.
I get that.
All right, so internet sleuths have found out this connection between Kendrick Lamar and the folk singer Father John Misty. So Father John Misty is a nom de plume for artist, and he is not huge. He is just a folk singer. He will, perform the Greek and stuff, but he's not selling out arenas. He's not someone that everyone will know. But sleuths have found out that every single time Kendrick drops an album, Father John Misty had dropped an album the same day or the week before. So Father John Misty responded to this on Twitter because someone was asking him about it, and he says, quote, it's okay, only other times it happened was 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2022. He says, how do I tell him that my albums don't chart? I'm not your competition. And people are speculating maybe they bumped into each other at a Grammys party, and Kendrick has never forgotten about it. Anyway, my statement is, this is intentional. That Kendrick releases the same time as Father John Misty. Travis, fact or cap?
Fact. What's the line? Once is whatever, twice is a coincidence, and three it's a pattern.
It's 4 times. Yeah. No, 5 times now.
That's what I mean. Twice is well, that's really weird. 4 or 5 times? No, of course it's on purpose. Yeah, fact.
I guess fact. Are they in the same genre?
Nope, not at all.
So
One's
does
a folk singer.
One sale affect the other?
Not at all.
Just publicity.
Not even publicity.
I don't think they're in the same universe. It's like if you opened a hamburger stand and McDonald's opened something.
Or it's if you were up at a hamburger stand and then someone else opened a donut stand.
I know. I know people compete. Rappers compete. They drop on the same day. But if you're in different genres, what does it matter? I've never. Who's the other guy again?
Misty John.
Father John Misty.
Father John. Misty John. Father John. Was that a TV show?
Father John was in Robin Hood. No,
yeah, something.
No, that's Little John. That was Little John.
His most famous song is his most famous song is "Real Love Baby." So we'll play it.
We'll
next
find
segment.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Jorge, what do you think?
Look, if it's gonna help him sell records, if Kendrick drops his, then fine. There's nothing wrong with it, right?
Go spin some Father John Misty this weekend.
Yeah, we'll play some for you guys so you guys get to know this guy.
Okay.
Little John was the bear, right?
Little John is
the
big guy. See, we're all messed up now. Yeah.
Now I'm going to be on the rabbit hole for animated Robin Hood characters for the next day or two. Fact Caps brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Of course, you can go online as well, normandlegal.com. If you are hurt in an accident, don't listen to the insurance company. Call Joe, 213-747-2000. 2000. Dodgers signed another pitcher. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Kia America debuted 5 new vehicles at the 2024 Los Angeles Auto Show: Sportage, Sportage Hybrid, Sportage PHEV, EV6, and EV9 GT. These latest vehicles showcase Kia's upgraded performance and the brand's latest connectivity technology. Kia also applies the brand's latest Opposites United design elements across these 5 model lines. Kia's design philosophy takes its cues and inspirations from the contrasts found in nature and everyday life. James Bell, head of Kia Corporate Communications.
At the 2024 LA Auto Show, well, Kia stole the show and unveiled 5 vehicles. We believe our customers will be delighted with the updates that we have made to these award-winning vehicles on the outside, but perhaps most importantly, what they'll find on the inside will put us on many new shopping lists. The world-class attention to detail, design, quality, technology, and driving dynamics that Kia has become known for will soon be found on every new vehicle in our showrooms.
To see Kia's latest vehicles yourself, stop by the Kia booth at the Los Angeles Auto Show running through December 1st. Sponsored by Kia America.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $33.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
This is the guy.
Yeah, this is Kendrick's competition.
I think this is just a coinky-dink.
Turn it up a little, Jorge.
Whoever's buying this has no idea who Kendrick is and vice versa.
It's just a funny coincidence. They just so happen to happen. And no one's actually trying to say
it's a coinky-dink. Okay.
But it's a coincidence.
I'm trying to place the vibes on this.
Beatles.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Beatles around Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite James Taylory. It's something. It's
Paul
not
McCartney.
It's not Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, with a
it's not.
mustache.
Yeah.
It's like the first dance at a wedding. It's
Yes.
not a.
I don't know.
Wings. Paul McCartney with a mustache. There you go.
Wingsy.
Yeah.
It's a Michelob Reaction Monday here on 710. We're reacting to the Rams absolutely getting it handed to them by the Eagles last night. USC beat UCLA on Saturday night at the Rose Bowl. Lakers, Kings, and so much more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
I've seen AD take over a game, and he's the best I've ever seen. And I've seen Steve Ettman in college. Go ahead.
When you first said that,
you mean Anthony Davis?
That's what I thought.
It
took me a second to go to Aaron Donald.
Donald take over a game and destroy it. Oh, basketball. I've seen LeBron take over.
Sure.
Jordan take over.
Sure.
Steph. I haven't seen many performances like that last night out of Saquon Barkley.
Unfortunately, it was being done to the team that you and I happen to root for and you work for. It was cool to watch. You
have to appreciate it and respect it.
Yeah, that's what it is. When you see greatness like that, and look, the Rams had a bad night, and the Rams are an average team, whatever. But to be able to do that to other pros, come on, man.
Some of those jump cuts to get free. So you've got it stacked up, and he's got the vision, the speed, the strength, the power, all that stuff. But when you have the football IQ to back it up, like Marshall being in the building to see that, I mean, I would love to have sat with Marshall because that's how he saw stuff. When you can set stuff up like that, get into an open lane, and then you just outrun everybody and pick up speed? Come on, dude.
Twice.
Yeah, you got to respect that.
Twice. And it wasn't, every once in a while something will break down and somebody hits a hole and there's nobody home and boom, they're gone.
Or they get run down.
Right.
Yeah.
This was twice.
Gone.
Twice.
Yeah.
The last guy that had 2 70-plus touchdown runs in the same game, Maurice Jones-Drew.
No way. You're kidding me.
Kirk texted that to Mo last night, and Mo goes, yeah, we lost that game.
Did he really? Yes. Oh, my God. So Mo had 2 longer runs?
Two 70-plus yard touchdown runs in the same game. It was the first time since
2009.
Yeah.
See, this is so funny talking about Maurice and how good he was. And he was great outdoors. Do you know this? Maurice was great outdoors when it was cold.
Okay.
And I'm like, then who are you?
I was going to say, did he leave it all on the field? Right. Yeah, he put all his cold weather gear, to use when he was a younger man.
63 degrees. He's got a skull cap and a pea coat on.
It's pretty great.
That's what I'm saying. How are you? This is not the same guy.
I love it. The Dodgers and Dustin May came to an agreement on a 1-year, $2.1 million deal. So basically, this is his last year before he can test free agency. It's low dollar, $2 million, 1 year. He's coming back from his second TJ surgery. He's coming back from an esophagus surgery. Ooh. So he's coming back from some stuff. He also has an electric arm. He's one of those guys that when he's on, it's like, oh no, you can't hit that guy. His stuff reminds me a lot of Blake Trinan's.
Oh wow!
Like it is that when I always tell this story. He threw Manny Machado like a sinker. I don't even know what to call it. I've never even seen a pitch like this. He's a right-handed pitcher throwing to a right-handed hitter, and the ball had arm side run in on Machado. Machado swung and missed, and it almost hit Machado in the stomach. That's how much run the ball had on it. And Machado turns around and looks at May and starts laughing. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, strike three, walks back to the
or like, you didn't mean to do that.
I mean, the ball had this much run on it. It was crazy. So his talent is certainly without question. His health is a huge question.
But you said he's got a year to get to free agency.
He's got 1 more year. He's kind of entering the year that Walker Buehler just finished.
So I'm assuming you're highly motivated because free agency is where the dollars are.
Yeah, I don't think motivation's the problem. The problem is whether his elbow sticks together.
Oh,
he'll be ready to go. But so you see him sign the Dodgers. This is just guys that are on the team right now. The Dodgers have 9 pitchers that are of major league quality, starting pitchers. This is not a single bullpen guy in this. This is what they have coming into spring training next year. This is not Sasaki. This is not Burns, Fried, any of those guys that they may go and get. This doesn't even include Walker Buehler, who's a free agent.
Okay.
Shohei Ohtani, A+ starting pitcher. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, A+ starting pitcher. Tyler Glasnow, A starting pitcher.
When healthy.
Lots and lots and lots of health problems.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw, I don't know, but when
Hall of Famer, just leave it at that.
Hurt a lot lately, but when he pitches pretty darn well. Dustin May, who we just talked about. Tony Gonsolin is a solid major league starting pitcher. Landon Knack is a solid starting major league starting pitcher. Bobby Miller, bit of a work in progress, right?
How many is that so far?
That's 8.
8.
And then you have Emmett Sheehan, who makes 9. A quality major league start. Wow. 9 guys, and that's before you've signed a free agent. That's before you throw Roki Sasaki in there. And I mentioned it to you during the World Series run. I think this is their secret sauce. We're just going to have 2 pitching staffs. That's 2 pitching staffs. None of them are going to. They're all 9 are not going to be healthy at the same time. 3 are going to be down. 2 are going to be pitching poorly or whatever it is. And we're going to have 3 or 4 that are kind of grooving along, and we'll just constantly churn one over the next. And I really do think this is the future of this. Where, all right. Of these 9 guys, let's say 3.
For the Dodgers.
Again.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do this because a lot of these guys, but here's the thing. Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glasnow all came from other places. They bought those guys. Okay? They went out there with the power of their checkbook. Kershaw, May, Gonsolin, Knack, Miller, Sheehan, all homegrown.
Okay.
All homegrown. So it's the best of both worlds where, okay, who's the best? Oh, Yamamoto, okay, we'll take him. Guys, okay, we'll take him.
It's almost foolproof then.
But it's that redundancy, right? Just that ability to, no matter what happens, we just got another guy that we can throw out there.
Who can afford that? What other team can afford that outside of the top 4 or 5 spending teams in the league?
Take those top 3 guys off. if you just said your starting rotation is Kershaw, May, Gonsolin, Knack, Miller, Sheehan,
that's all you get.
That's a really good starting staff. They drafted all those guys. Every team can do that. None of those guys, other than Clayton Kershaw, make any money.
Right.
Not a single one.
But you're also dependent on those guys, and that's it. That's what I'm saying. That's the other part of the Dodgers. I get to buy free agents. I get to buy other people to supplement. That's almost unfair. Good for us. But that is almost unfair.
It's the ultimate hack in modern Major League Baseball.
God, yes.
To just, okay, look, Yamamoto needs 2 months, shut him down. We'll ride Bobby Miller for 2 months. Oh, he's struggling, bring in Landon Knack. Okay, he's struggling, Tony Gonsolin, you're
I
up
can
next.
hand you a restaurant right now at your skill level to make food. And all I say is this will never close.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep throwing you money, period. Eventually, you're going to be a 5-star restaurant. That's what I'm saying. Eventually. You'll never close. Yeah, you'll never run out of money. You'll never want for anything.
No, here's my hope, okay? I really and I think it's a possibility. It's baseball, so it gets weird, but I think there's a possibility that they finally got the proverbial monkey off their back in a full game season or a full 162 game season. I wonder if it's not downhill from here, and downhill in a good way, like smooth sailing. Like we got to the top of the money. That they don't
have to have injuries across the board.
No, that's what. No, I mean good in a good way. That the burden of you guys blew it this year, you blew it that year, you only won the one.
You mean downhill like an easy coach,
like a cruise,
like you're picking up speed.
We're picking up speed. Not downhill as in it's coming apart. Downhill as in this is getting.
Travis,
easier to
I
do.
don't know how
like
this
running downhill.
I don't know how this gets derailed unless you have injuries across the board. There's no way you can fail. You can always lose in the World Series or lose a playoff series, but you're always going to be in the hunt.
No, it's the thing. They did the thing that was you see it once in a while, but they've guaranteed themselves a seat in the tournament. Right?
Yes.
They've guaranteed themselves a spot when we get down to the final 12 teams, we're going to be one of those 12 teams. And that's really hard to do. Like the Braves did it for about 15 years. The Yankees did it for a really long time.
Yeah.
Dodgers
Baseball's never had a salary cap?
Never.
Would they ever vote for one to make it even?
Well, the owners would like one, but they're not going to. The players
union won't.
The players union, and not to get into the NLRB of the thing.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that never blink.
Strong union.
They don't blink.
Of course they don't. Why would
blink. They? Because they know the other guy. Football players have always blinked. Yeah. The basketball players have always blinked.
Football is the weakest union of all sports.
Hockey. This brings me to my
favorite's
the wrong word. The last lockout, I think it was 2010. I think it was an owner lockout. Vince Young, who was making quarterback money, quarterback money, was at a payday loan place like 3 days after the lockout.
It's like, no doubt.
I don't have to worry about you.
A week after one lockout or a strike, they'll be back to work.
Yeah.
Half of them will. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow.
9 starting pitchers.
That's not fair.
And there's not one. I guess the weakest link in that, assuming health, is Knack. Knack's pretty.
See,
all 29 other teams would say we'll take that guy.
If I was a mid-market loser, I'd be beaning you guys. I would.
You wouldn't last long because we'd bean your guys and we got more. Right? You send one to my hospital, I send 2 of yours to the morgue.
Yeah.
Harbaugh Bowls tonight at SoFi Stadium. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN. When addiction takes hold, it's easy to feel like no one can help. But you're not in this alone. For 75 years, Hazelden Betty Ford has been at the forefront of addiction and mental health care, evolving treatment, reimagining recovery, and breaking through barriers to help families everywhere find healing. So please reach out at 855-672-1828. Help is here. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation and aired by the California Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, it's Mace here. Wait until you experience the NBA at the hottest, most amazing venue in LA. That is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
You're busy enough this season without having to get up on a ladder to clean out your gutters. Whether you're tired of unclogging gutters or don't even know what your gutters look like, it's time for a permanent solution you can depend on with Leaf Filter. For Black Friday, don't miss your last chance to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters during Leaf Filter's most anticipated sale of the year at leaffilter.com/game night. Clogged gutters aren't just a nuisance. They can cause extensive problems like flooding, roof damage, rotting siding, foundation issues, and more. Leaf Filter uses award-winning patented technology to keep out everything but water. Call today to schedule your free gutter inspection and get a no-obligation free estimate. And don't miss out on your last chance of the year to save up to 35% off when you protect your gutters with Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Schedule your free inspection at leaffilter.com/game night. That's their lowest price of the year, up to 35% off at leaffilter.com/game night. See representative for warranty details.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Let me do a quick test with you. Hold on.
All right.
While I'm doing this. Okay, the name of the NFL's championship trophy is?
Lombardi Trophy.
The name of the NBA's championship trophy is?
Larry O'Brien.
The name of the NHL, simple.
Stanley Cup.
And the name of baseball.
I believe it's the Commissioner's Trophy.
See, I didn't know. Does anybody know? Is it Commissioner's Trophy?
I think it is.
It's not named after someone?
I'm fairly certain it's the Commissioner's Trophy.
Okay, that's the only one. Because when it walked by, where'd she go?
She'll be back.
When your love interest walked by with it.
Well, she just finds him attractive. That's all.
Your love interest.
So does Brenda.
Yes, I did touch the trophy.
So does everybody.
Yeah.
What? Who?
Brenda, my wife. She says,
Loves Banda?
about Banda. She goes,
Susan, and very quickly
what
went,
she says.
"Who's that?
Yeah.
Who is that?"
That's what she said?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. See, I don't know. Anyway, so I touched the trophy, and I'm like, that's the only trophy I can't name.
Yeah, I just looked it up. That's what it is.
Commissioner's Trophy.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it have a name?
It does. It's called the Commissioner's
No,
Trophy.
I mean, like a name, like a Lombardi.
Like Dave's?
Yeah.
Dave's
why not?
baseball trophy.
Why doesn't baseball have it named after someone?
Who would you like them to name it after?
That's a great question. I mean, why is it named the Larry O'Brien?
He was the commissioner of the NBA a million years ago.
Okay,
Who's Stanley? Who's Mr. Stanley?
Yeah.
Lord Stanley.
Lord Stanley's Cup.
Who's the logo for
I don't know
baseball?
what he was a lord of. That's Harmon Killebrew.
Yeah,
There you go. Herman Killebrew Trophy.
Yeah.
See, that works, right?
Yeah, he's not good enough. He's a Hall of Famer. No, he's a Hall of Famer, but it's like it would be like picking.
And there it is.
No, it would be like naming the World Series trophy or the Super Bowl trophy after Jerome Bettis. Really great player, but he's not the most famous player in the history of the league.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like Hall of Famer, but come on, man.
You know, there was talk about changing the name.
Of the Lombardi Trophy?
Of the Lombardi. It was just a whisper, and even the guy that they were going to name it after said, hell no. Belichick, because he's got so many.
Can I be a little
What?
dark here for a second?
He's not the guy you want?
No.
Oh.
He's got to die first.
Well, later on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the point.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Not while he's walking the
Right,
planet, but
right.
later they would change the name.
Yeah, it wasn't a Lombardi until Lombardi had checked out.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah.
Like, some people don't know who Lombardi is. They only think it's a trophy.
So what was it called before Lombardi?
It was the football championship.
That's it?
Yes.
Like the Commissioner's Trophy.
Correct.
Now this is going to bother me, DeMarco. Now I got to figure out who they should name it after.
Babe.
It's not a terrible choice.
I think that's the universal name.
The player of the year is the Hank Aaron Award.
Yeah.
So there's that. There.
Who embodies baseball? Because Lombardi embodies football.
But I don't know if it can be a player.
Okay, commissioner.
Okay.
Who's a commissioner that
Didn't have
embodies
anybody that
baseball?
were particularly popular.
Savior of the sport, so to speak. Brought it from wherever to wherever.
Problem is, everybody about 1950 was a racist, so you can't use them.
Wow.
And anything after that, they were trying to squash labor, so you can't really use them. It's complicated.
Keep it as the
Commissioner's
Commissioner's Trophy.
Commissioner's Trophy. Just gotta catch them all together. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. Why not, right? You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics. Should I take this personally? Is this one of those hints like when somebody offers you a piece of gum, you instantly are worried that your breath stinks, right?
Huh?
And somebody says, "Hey, I got a piece of gum. You want one?"
That was like a home improvement. Who?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
always think,
telling
like,
me
are
something?
you telling me something?
Okay.
Just
do I offend?
Right.
Yeah.
If every time I go to my dentist, who I love, and I love going to the dentist, I know that's odd, but I do. Every time they say, "So have you thought about getting your teeth whitened?"
Wow.
And I'm like, no.
They're
nice.
clocking you. They're reading you.
That's polite.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every time, like, and I've said this, I've been going to the same dentist for 15 years. Like, I've never said yes.
Yeah.
Are they trying to tell me that I really need to get them whitened?
I think there's some business involved, but maybe
for
they're
sure
trying
there's
to
business.
they're trying to help you out
And
a
they're
little bit.
seeing you as potentially an easy mark.
For 15 years, I've said no.
That's not an easy mark. That's the long con. Yeah.
Is the person new? Is she new?
Con.
Is that
No,
person
it's
new?
the
Is
same.
it the
There's
guy, same
two
guy? Okay.
hygienists, and they're both great, and they both bring it up.
What if
every
they
time.
just came out and said, you're a little yellow?
You're a little dingy.
Yeah. What about that? Would that hurt your feelings?
It wouldn't hurt my feelings,
No.
but I would do. I know exactly. I'd go to Susan and say, "Do I need to get my teeth whitened?" And if she said, "Yeah, probably," then I probably would.
Who has anyone ever teeth whitened? No. No. Okay. It looks like
Maybe I'll get
too
the
white.
Freddie Freeman veneers and just show up like the mask.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between veneers and teeth.
Oh, I'm not
whitening.
doing veneers.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
the
doing
fake white teeth, right?
Yeah,
They're
I
too
told-
big for your face.
Yeah, and it's
okay.
just like, look, you and I look at each other every day.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden you walked in here with new horse teeth, I'd be like, "What's up, dude?"
I'd be like, "What?"
Like, yeah, you could be like, well, what's going on in your
What?
mouth? Why do you have piano keys in your mouth?
Something wrong? Yes, you have horse
Okay,
teeth.
one thing I've noticed too, I know you guys don't watch the show, but on Survivor, they are in the sun so long that they get super tan. Everyone's teeth look like blindingly white.
glow?
But that's just
Wow.
because they got so tan
Contrast.
over a period of time.
Is white teeth an American thing? Because some
Well,
places
I know
don't
the Brits
care.
don't
The Brits
care about
don't
the
care.
dentist at all.
That's it. Okay. Yeah.
I want my teeth to be healthy. I don't.
That's all I
Yeah,
care
I want
about.
them
Hey,
not to
David,
hurt.
can you confirm the Brits don't care about the
David
dentist?
has lovely teeth. David got me a nice cake for my birthday.
Nice.
Yes,
All
it was
right.
very, very good. Speaking of the Monday Night Football game tonight at SoFi, it's also the last game remaining on our picks sheet. So it's actually pretty close. I have 5, but I have my 4-point game remaining. You have 4 and have a 2-point game remaining.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You have 7 and have a 2-point game remaining. And Jorge, you are already in the house with 8 with a 2-point game remaining. You have a
Nice.
chance to run the table here.
Big
but We're all
weekend.
kind of bunched
But
together.
you can't beat me still. You can't take the lead.
Can't take the lead, but we're tightening
wearing
it
a
up a little
costume.
bit. We're tightening
Not
it up
wearing
a
it.
little
I
bit.
like it.
The Harbaugh Bowl. This will just be the 3rd time they've played each other. Once in the regular season, of course, that bizarre Super Bowl in New Orleans where the lights went out. That was a weird one. Jim Harbaugh is fascinating to me. I am deeply, deeply interested in what makes him him, because everywhere he goes, he wins. Everywhere he goes, he wins. Go back to USD, to Stanford, to the 49ers, to Michigan, back to the Chargers, they win. And I know you said it the other day, it's like he just kind of cuts out the nonsense, right? He gets rid of all the BS that doesn't need to be there. And I believe you, but there has to be some secret sauce in there, because if it was just, okay, that we don't need that, get rid of it, I think you'd see far more guys be really good at it. There aren't a lot of guys that are really good at it, and he is.
I think it's one of those guys to where there's nothing really new in football. You can run the same old playbook from 1975. If you do it well, no one will stop you. That's his mentality. So when you cut out the distractions and you get a team, and this is the skill, when you get 50, 100 guys to look inward and not outward, you're going to be a good football team. That's what he does everywhere he goes.
You said something on the pregame show yesterday when we were chatting about Brothers of the Ring.
Yes.
And I forget how you said it exactly, but it was something about you got everybody to buy into the same thing at the same time.
Everybody. See, I hate to say it, like from top to bottom in that building. I was talking about Vermeil and what he did. I hate to say top to bottom because there was no bottom. Everybody in the building, from the mailroom all the way up to the top, we all had the same goal, and we were all pulling in the same direction.
And Dick Vermeil gets credit for that.
Total credit for that. And it's hard because that is a hard standard to
How do you
uphold.
do it? How do you do it?
He did it with enthusiasm. He was a guy that went around and knew everyone's name. That was his thing. If he saw I hate to say the janitor. If he saw the janitor, he knew that guy's name. He knew his kids' names. He knew everything. Like he was tireless about relationships. That's how he got everyone involved. I think Harbaugh's the same way. He's that sort of guy. He establishes relationships with everybody in the locker room. It's not just superficial. He really means it. That takes everything you've got, which means that's all you do. So if you want to know why he's that good, it's because of that. He could care less about everything else. He could care less about what's going on in the world. He only cares about his group, his guys, what's going on his football team.
We talked about Detroit and Philadelphia being a cut above the rest of the NFC. Is there a cut above in the AFC? Buffalo's good. Kansas City's good. Baltimore's good. And the Chargers are off to a nice start.
Yeah.
Is there a cut above in the AFC, or are they all kind of in that same group, or does it still go through KC until somebody clips them?
If we weren't working on game day, like we're there with the Rams. If we were just watching as a fan, I would be so involved and engrossed in the AFC side that I could hardly contain myself because I don't know who comes out.
Yeah, I don't either.
Buffalo has a right to say they're the best team in the AFC.
Could the Chargers come out?
Maybe. I mean,
you think they're that good?
They could insert themselves into the conversation and, like you said, get Harbaugh on any given Sunday and he gets ahead of you and starts running the ball on you, and you've got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes standing on the sidelines just waiting for their opportunity. He can beat you. On the AFC side, it's going to be so much fun to see who comes out of that. On the NFC, it's going to be one or two teams, and we know that already.
I mean, the Chargers are 7-3. They have a good record, and they've played some good teams.
And one of the better quarterbacks on that side.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and he seems to be getting better.
Yeah.
And they I'm going to steal your stuff. They believe in it. Whatever it is that he's selling them, they're buying it, man. Like they're eating it
I'm telling you, the hardest thing in coaching right now on any level is blocking out distraction, especially with the phones and social media. If you can get guys and keep them excited and interested in what you're doing and keep them off that, you'll have a better chance of winning. It's just easier said than done. And that's what he's done. That's what he does everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I don't know who's on that side. I guess I'd pick Buffalo. If you had to pick somebody today.
In a one-game playoff?
Yeah,
I'm picking Mahomes over anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because he's Mahomes.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that.
Yeah, they needed a last-second kick to beat Carolina.
That's what but they won.
They did.
That's what I'm saying. With Mahomes, I'd pick him over anyone, but I don't feel good about it.
All right, so literally as we're talking about this, ESPN analytics on the TV right behind you, 56% that clinched the number one seed in the AFC, Kansas City, followed by Buffalo at 38%. And then the next best is Pittsburgh with 3%.
I had a Baltimore because they just won.
Yeah.
Okay, even with that, I'm not ready to rule out Baltimore and Lamar Jackson because he's on any given Sunday.
Yes, but isn't he the inverse image of Mahomes? Like Mahomes, until I see somebody beat him, I'm going to assume he's not going to get beat.
And vice versa.
Jackson is, until I see him win, I'm going to assume he's going to lose.
Yeah, you get the right environment, right situation, and you've got a loose cannon on your hands with him running around, you've got issues. But like I said, just from a football fan's perspective, if you can take off the jersey and just watch ball, you're watching the AFC right now. You know what's coming out of the NFC.
It's absolutely wide open. College Football Corner, Part 3, coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Part 14, is that what it would be for Rotolo Chevrolet if they win another Dealer of the Year award? And I like their chances because they're Rotolo Chevrolet. That's what they do. They win Dealer of the Year every single year. By taking care of you, by making you feel special, by making you feel like you know exactly what's going on from the second the time you come on the lot. Courteous, transparent, upfront. That's what they do for you at Rotolo Chevrolet. That's what Mike Capozio insists on every single day, and his team executes day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. So if you've been thinking about a Chevy Silverado, if you've been thinking about a Chevy car or truck, go on out to Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. It's right off the 210 freeway. Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. They've got all the Chevy cars and trucks that you've been looking for. Incredible pricing. And, of course, that world-famous Rotolo customer service. If it's a little too far and you want to go online, great way to do it as well. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go online or in-store, make sure you tell them that Travis sent you.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
Are you wearing women's glasses?
No. By the way, I think they're cool. They're purple spectacles.
They're men's glasses, but I stole this idea from Quinn Snyder. But you ever see Quinn Snyder's glasses?
Yeah.
Bright red.
Look like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh, it is like Sally Jesse.
Or Rachel Maddow.
Yeah,
Rachel Maddow. The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen, the absolute best in the biz, with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for game-changing deals on your home? Call NextGen. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right. For just $88, you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure that you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-NEXGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. NextGen is the name you can trust for home comfort and reliability. That's 833-NEXGEN. 833-3-NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Lakers fans, have you seen the purple and gold live this season? Still have time to grab your seat with Lakers Ticket Exchange, the official resale marketplace of the Los Angeles Lakers. Your ticket purchase is 100% verified and secured with Lakers Ticket Exchange. Go to Lakers.com/ticket exchange on your computer or mobile device. Find your seats and you are set. That's Lakers.com/ticket exchange. Let's go, Lake Show.
With over 20 clinics in the greater LA area, Game Day Men's Health helps optimize your health with testosterone therapy, ED treatment, and more. Text ESPN 710 to 406-426-3329 to find a clinic near you and schedule your complimentary testosterone test and consultation.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, it's time for our last college football corner of the day. But before I get to that, it's NBA Cup time, and the place to experience watching the games like never before is Cosm, Los Angeles. We were right by Cosm yesterday when we were at the game at SoFi. So it's right next to SoFi in Inglewood. Remember to use code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA Cup event at Cosm LA. And tomorrow, join Beto as he broadcasts live from Cosm for the pregame and postgame shows as the Lakers battle the Suns in their NBA Cup matchup. Hang with Beto and Mace, win prizes, and watch the purple and gold tomorrow at Cosm, Los Angeles.
Playing golf on Saturday morning, like I mentioned to you, DeMarco, and we got paired up with 2 other guys that we didn't know. And so we're just chit-chatting, as you do, around a golf. And Cosm came up, and these guys wouldn't stop raving about it.
It looks so cool.
They were.
You haven't gone yet.
That's what they kept saying. You haven't seen it yet? You haven't seen it yet?
Bro,
you have to go check this thing out.
So I did on Friday. I interviewed Marshall, and Isaac at Cosm. And the people that haven't seen it before were just,
Yeah.
They could care less we were there. You must go see a
I need
game
to check
there.
it out.
You have to.
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to
Make
go see
sure
a
to
movie
use
there.
our code ESPNLA for 20% off. An NBA Cup event, okay?
Done.
But what, for College Football Corner, I'm bringing up is the Trojans beat the Bruins 19-13 in Pasadena on Saturday night. And, yeah, it wasn't exactly an exciting game, but Trojans got the win, and they're on their way to maybe getting to the same record that they had last year, which would be a far stretch. They don't look good. So what is your hope for the Trojans?
Well, it's fun. I understand that not every rivalry game is going to be an instant classic. I get it. You're going to have some clunkers in there along the way. That was the clunkiest clunker I've said. That game stunk.
That was a hoopty.
That thing stunk.
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
by the way, old man moment coming. Get ready.
Uh-oh.
Starting stuff at nearly 8 o'clock at night is insane. It's. I know why they do it. I know TV.
I think they knew that game was going to be bad.
But my God, the game ends at 11 o'clock at night.
You can't put that on in prime time.
Sure you can.
Yeah.
There's 30 channels that carry football games. You absolutely can.
I would hope for both teams that game is on late so no one sees it.
What a dog of a game
terrible.
that was.
I hate the fact that this is their song.
Why?
Because I love it.
It's a great song.
I love it. I hate the fact that it's connected to
Oh,
them.
woo, woo,
I love it. To just die.
woo.
Tell me you don't want to go lift.
Do you guys
and
know
work
this
out.
song was written by a dental student? Back like a dental
Really?
major student. His name is Miles, I think. And then he, it was 1922. He entered the song in a contest with the help of another music student, and they won the contest.
They nailed
And then
it.
they sent this to the troops in the World War.
Really?
Did they really?
Yeah.
It makes
a great
sense.
story.
It gets you
Which
fired
World
up.
War?
1922. That's one.
World War II. World War One.
One.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The Doughboys. Over there.
Yes.
Over there.
Dental student.
It was a guy who a dental major. Yeah.
Did he have his teeth whitened?
I have no idea. Man.
I want to know.
Those crest strips.
That's what I'm
He
saying. Just
glued
making
them right
sure.
in there. USC, speaking of them, they lost another guy. They lost a linebacker recruit who they've had for a while. He flipped to Florida over the weekend. That makes the 8th guy
Ka-ching!
that they've lost in this cycle.
Florida is trying, aren't they?
Well, they upset Ole Miss,
They're
and all of a
building.
sudden they're getting back there. But
Yeah.
and this kid was from Florida, so not a huge surprise that maybe he wanted to stay a little closer to home.
Paid him to stay. Yeah.
But and I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
But that's 8 guys in one recruiting cycle that have flipped.
So,
and that's just the norm, I guess. But this losing games isn't just you losing games, you have a bad record.
Now you're losing
games
kids.
means guys are running across the street.
So this is funny. I've had the guys that were here for the 99 team. Some of them coached and were coaching in Power Fives, right?
Okay.
And they're not coaching anymore. But they're saying, like, what happens now is you can take a kid's money during the season. So
Like, take it back?
If I give you some NIL money and you're not performing, I can take some of your money and give it to another kid.
That doesn't sound right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what college football is now. So I could pay you, and if your performance drops, I could, you know what? I'm not going to give you the 50. I'll give you 30, and I'll take that and give it to that kid.
I should know the answer to this, and I'm confessing that I do not. Are there not contracts that say you owe me X amount of dollars?
I don't know everything there is to know about this, but
also probably in that contract means that you have to stay with us.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not there because they leave like crazy. So
yes,
this is
or this other kid that's coming in that needs money.
Needs more.
I'm going to take from
I get
you.
it, but that stuff. I'm sure you had the same thing when you were going through it. Your reputation as a university, as a head coach, and the way that you operate in that world, that gets out really, really quick.
Yeah.
If you are, hey, we're going to give you $100,000, okay, and then halfway through the season, hey, you're underperforming.
Now
you're
remember,
getting 60.
This is football now. They're not taking my money. They're taking yours. See what I mean? So if you want to keep your money, play better.
I understand
so
that.
So if you're stinking it up and they take your money, that's your fault.
No, it's not. It's not. If you said to me, hey, we want you to come to School X. We're going to give you $100,000 in NIL money.
Yeah.
Great. You didn't tell me I'm going to give you $100,000 in NIL money if you have 10 sacks. You didn't say I'm going to give you $100,000 in NIL money if you throw 20 touchdown passes.
But if you're missing games and you're not playing great, and it's like
that's you for misreading me.
And you took the money and tanked it, they can
but
take
you're not
some.
taking it on purpose. I played bad because sometimes athletes play bad.
Some guys shut it down once they get paid.
Then you pick the wrong kid.
But that's what I'm saying. So that kid, we're the wrong kid. If he's tanking it or not playing as hard or whatever,
you got to pay your guys, man, because the word's out like, oh, you got $100. We're gonna get rid of me if I miss a tackle, I lose $30,000.
Travis, you ain't taking mine. That's what I'm saying. I know what's at stake. I get it. You're paying me. You need a performance out of me.
What was that
service?
What was the time? And I know this is the NFL, but I'm going to use it as an example. When you jumped off sides a couple times.
Oh, the
Gus Frerotte. Right.
Yes.
What if that happened at Washington and they said to you, and you were like, "I'm getting $100,000." They said you jumped off sides.
It wouldn't be that. I mean, I'm talking.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If they can take it for whatever they want.
A poor performance, or you're just like they run guys off for scholarships. You're just
I
not good anymore. We need you gone. Yeah,
we need you gone at the end of the year. That's fine. Here's the money we said you pay you.
Or if you don't like it, hit the portal. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like it, we're going to take your NIL.
You got to contract this stuff. This is what you get for this amount of time. And to Emily's point, you want to be here 2 years, we'll give you this. But if you leave, you got to pay us back. Like, let's just make these binding contracts.
I could not believe what I heard. I'm like, they can take your money. Oh yeah, they can do it mid-season too.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not playing that.
Right. That's why some of these kids leave.
I'd be like that kid in Vegas. I'm like, that's not what we agreed to. I'm out of here.
That's exactly what happened. That's what we were talking about.
If my check from ESPN came in $100 light, like we didn't like one of those segments you did.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
I know.
You know what I mean? That's not what we agreed to.
Don't suck.
Right? No. In the contract, it doesn't say don't suck. It says
I would
3
tell the
years,
next player
at this rate, this is what you get.
And we'll evaluate you at the end of that.
Right.
Look, hey, man.
Right.
Man, they're taking money from me. Well, bro, you need to play better.
No. No.
That's what I would say. They're not taking mine.
That's not what they said.
I know.
They said they're going to pay me, we'll pay you $10 an hour. Yeah, you didn't turn the fries over quick enough.
Yeah.
You get 8. What?
There's the transfer portal.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers gets paid the same amount of money whether he sucks or not.
That's a bad
NIL
deal.
different, but I'm saying hit the transfer portal, and that's what they do. They leave.
I would.
You transfer.
I wouldn't. I would walk out the damn door.
But that's the same.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Not
yes.
a chance. Hot and cold. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Are you wearing women's glasses?
No. By the way, I think they're cool. They're purple spectacles.
They're men's glasses, but I stole this idea from Quinn Snyder. You ever see Quinn Snyder's glasses?
Yeah.
Bright red.
Look like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh, it is like Sally Jesse.
Or Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, right.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, Cappy, we got to talk about Prize Picks. You got me into this. I love it. I play it every single night in almost every single sport. And for those of you listening out there, it's very simple. There is a stat line for a particular player in one of those sports, and it's as simple as more or less. You pick more, you pick less on that stat line. You win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get sports action in over 30 states, including right here in California.
So here's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app. You use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You get that $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And right now, with baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey going, now is a great time to play Prize Picks, George.
And again, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. You can join over 10 million users and sign up today. Man, it's amazing. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes once you win.
And you're going to win. And by the way, if you don't win, don't blame me, okay? Because you're better at it than I am. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey, everyone. This is Ramona Shelburne. Here's something I learned firsthand. A lot of ERs don't have pediatric specialists. But did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is the go-to for complex cases? When my older son Daniel had a scary fall and later developed Bell's palsy, we took him to the local ER. But they didn't have a pediatric specialist. So they called Children's Hospital Los Angeles for guidance. Their expertise isn't just in-house, it's a resource for the whole community. When it comes to kids' emergencies, CHLA is the MVP that other hospitals turn to.
It's here, the Roger Dunn Golf Shop's Black Friday sale event with special savings in every department. Save on select TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway, and Ping clubs. Save 20% off select G4 shoes, apparel, and bags. And get the Titleist holiday gift box of 2 dozen Pro V1 and Pro V1X balls for just $99. Don't miss the Black Friday sale happening this Friday through Monday. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1965 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line. Plus, 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us. Plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that jangle.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99. Credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Hey, we're going to get to hot and cold
Aloha.
on a Michelob Reaction Monday. We're reacting to Rams Eagles last night and USC taking down UCLA on Saturday night at the Rose Bowl, plus Lakers, Kings, and so much more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hola.
Wow, slid that one in. That was pretty good.
What is hot is Dera Barrera.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Say that again.
So she is the mariachi singer.
What is it again?
Dera Barrera.
Dera Barrera. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Good job.
She is the mariachi singer. She sings with the Dodgers typically. So she's part of the Dodgers mariachi band.
I think I've seen her.
So she was performing a tribute to her friend Fernanda Valenzuela. And Kendrick Lamar happened to be in the audience at the time, or not audience, but the crowd. And he heard her performance and reached out to her and asked her to be on his new album. She's the opening sounds of GNX, and this is in the song Whacked Out Murals. So I'm going to play for you what it sounds like when you press play on this album. This is what you hear from Kendrick Lamar to start out with.
Siento aquí tu presencia. La noche de anoche. Y nos ponemos a llorar.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural.
All right, and then it goes on with the rest of his performance. I cannot play the rest of it. But go listen to it. Fantastic album.
It just attacks your hips. It just makes your hips just go. You know?
Right.
Come on. Yeah.
But Etta went to say, I was in tears singing for my friend who died at a packed stadium, and El Señor Lamar was there, and he listened to me sing. I had no idea what I would record. I make mariachi, not rap. They told me they wanted my style, my voice. I had no idea how it was going to end up on the record. And it turned in from something, again, her mourning her friend, Fernando, turned into one of this really impactful thing. You don't know who you're going to impact and know who's listening to you at any point in time, but I really like this cool story. Kendrick, with his entire album, went so in on L.A., what makes L.A., L.A., and so if you're a fan, even if you're not a fan of Lamar necessarily, It's a great album.
I love that the Rams have a mariachi band, that the Dodgers frequently have mariachi music at their events, and it is quintessentially Los Angeles, and it's wonderful, and her voice is amazing, and that is one of those weird things that, the universe does work in mysterious ways where she's there, honoring and mourning the passing of one of her friends, and she gets an opportunity like this. That's
crazy.
It's
the first time I hear that, and I was like, oh snap! I remember Parker came in here. He's like, oh, Kendrick knows what he's doing. He played part of that for me, but I wasn't really like. But right now, when M played it again, I was just,
What was her name? Oh my God,
Data.
No, Eminem, Dido.
Oh yeah,
one of his popular songs. Yeah, I love those collabs that are out of nowhere, those mashups, and it just works.
And it's
beautiful voice.
Also, from my experience of living in LA for 3 years, that's LA. It's a combination of all these different cultures and appreciating the art forms that are all these different things. And so I think that is just really awesome that they work together on that. So what's cold is fonts. Okay, so after every team wins, loses, the social team will put out a graphic. It'll usually be one of their players, the score, and it'll say final, typically, if they lose.
It is a final.
It is a final.
I couldn't do it straight with a face.
So I'm going to try to describe this to you guys. So the Clippers, yesterday, with their game graphic, they put out kind of curved letters. Okay, so the F is not like a typical F with straight edges. It has a little curve to it. And the I is really, really, really close to the F. Like the kerning on it is too close. And so it looks like an A.
Okay.
So it looks like A, N.
Oh.
So everyone had a great time making fun of this. And so, multiple people need to look at this before you post something. And fonts are important, right, guys?
That's one of the. You ever see that thing, DeMarco, where it's like it's a silhouette, and it's like, do you see the candlestick or the two faces?
Oh yeah,
right? You know one of those things. Yeah. That's what that is. It says final or something else, depending on. And once they tell you the other thing, it's all you can kind of see.
Right.
Had you just showed me that, I think I would have seen final.
Yeah.
But now that you've shown me that, I'm not seeing final.
There was the font was not right. The letters are too close together. I believe it's called kerning. Kerning was too close. So let's separate that a little bit, guys.
Thought you were gonna, when you start talking about fonts in the end of the games, like when teams lose, they
say final period.
Yeah, and the Lakers. I remember it was like a year or two.
They would never put Lamar.
They would never put LeBron in the graphic in a game that they
Anthony Davis.
They finally did. Yeah. I think that the streak finally came to an end, but
I don't see final.
No,
that's not what I see here.
No, you're not the only one.
I see final.
I don't see final. Oh my God! Wow. Crazy.
It was a choice.
I'm sure it was.
That's done on purpose, right?
Has to be.
It's not. I can assure you that is just someone trying to use a different font and didn't realize until it was already out there.
But that's got to pass through somebody
that's
before.
What I always come back to.
They're all not seeing it. They're not. Their mind isn't looking to see it.
No, I understand, but that's when you go, like, if I'm in charge of that social media thing, and I'm like, okay, final, cool. Hey, DeMarco, take a quick look at this. We good here? We good? We're good? Yeah, that look good to you?
Right.
Yeah, that looks good. Hey, Trav, that doesn't look like final to me.
That looks like something else.
Yeah, you need to look at that. Do you not see? Oh!
Yeah.
Don't you have a second person look at it?
Especially for that. I mean, our own social team could probably attest to this. It's probably not a post they think a lot about.
Yeah.
It's not a post that, takes a lot of work to do.
I do know for, the Rams, everything that the social team puts out is vetted.
I would imagine.
Twice.
I would imagine.
Yeah, so this I
so
think,
they don't write final.
Right. Like that. we're talking about it. I guess it worked.
Yeah. Game Day Comfort
final.
is powered by NextGen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXGEN to snag their $88 drain cleaning special today.
Trivia question.
Hit me.
Who is leading the league in passer rating?
Rating?
Jared Goff.
It's got to be Goff, right?
No. No and no.
Okay.
Keep going. That's one guess. Keep going.
Herbert.
Nope. You won't believe it.
AFC or NFC?
AFC. You won't believe it.
Lamar Jackson.
Correct.
Yeah.
117.3.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think we have this guy pegged wrong sometimes.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
Right.
It depends on whether you're looking for final or for the other thing. It's like, what are you looking? Are you looking for stats? Lamar's going to kill it in stats.
Yeah.
Are you looking for eyeball popping plays? Lamar's going to give you eyeball-popping plays.
Wins?
Are you looking for wins in January? Yeah. Lamar's not your guy.
Okay, here's the other side. Who's leading in touchdown passes?
In the whole league?
In the whole league right now, currently.
Oh, I think it's Mayfield, right?
Nope. Talk about wins, right?
Goff.
This is a guy I want.
Goff.
But he probably has the same problem with Lamar Jackson. He can't win the big one.
Goff.
Joe Burrow.
Oh, yeah.
Is leading in touchdown
passes.
passes.
He's been putting up insane numbers.
That's what I'm saying. But I would love to have that guy no matter what, but he has trouble winning the big one.
If you were just kind of, if you did every year you redrafted, right? Everybody picks a new team. Basically college football. Like this. And I had the first pick. Joe Burrow would not be a terrible choice.
Not at all.
Mahomes is the choice. You're taking him because Mahomes.
I wouldn't mind picking second.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, if you got Joe Burrow as your guy, that feels like a pretty good landing spot right there.
What quarterback has been sacked the most this year? This is so obvious.
Is it in Stafford?
Nope. Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
44 sacks
he
already.
holds the ball for 10 minutes standing back there.
I would have also guessed Will Levis potentially. He had 8 sacks on him this past weekend.
Will Levis is actually a league leader. Do you know what he leads the league in?
And turnovers.
Pick sixes.
Yeah. That's fun. That's fun. No, look, I never played quarterback.
Yeah.
But I would imagine, snap, and in your head, 1,001, 1,002. That ball's got to be gone.
Correct.
Right? And the second you hit 1,003, I'm looking around.
Caleb had
coming.
Bad one yesterday in overtime.
So what do? You get to 1,003 and no one's open. What do you do if you're Travis Rodgers?
I'm taking off. I'm hitting the deck. I am not holding on to it.
What if your knees hurt and you can't run?
Yeah.
Well, like Matthew Stafford last night.
How long have I been
yards.
in the league at this point?
This is year 12.
Oh, bye. DeMarco, come on over. I got this nice infinity pool. I got an outdoor kitchen. We're going to make some pizzas. We're going to have some cold beers. We'll make some margaritas. We'll watch a little TV.
And you know what the funny thing is? That's true. Guys think like that.
Yeah.
I'm done, and I know it. I just haven't told anyone
I
yet.
am out of here. And I might be one of those guys that, coach, this shoulder, I don't know, but I maybe next week.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
See?
Didn't respond quite the way I wanted it to. Maybe next week.
Did you guys see that Caleb play in the overtime? I think he held it for forever, and it was like one of those plays that he would have made in college, where he's going to scramble around, he's going to get loose, and someone's going to be open downfield. It's going to be Zachariah Branch screaming down the side. Instead, he just gets blown up and loses 20 yards. It's a very rookie quarterback.
There was a play in the Rams game last night that kind of reminded me of that a little bit when Hurts was rolling to his left towards the Rams sideline.
Yes.
And he kind of did that little dead leg move to try to shake loose, and Byron Young was chasing him, and Young just ran him down.
Yeah.
And it was one of those. It's the NFL. They're just that guy on the edge.
Everybody can run.
He's just as fast as you.
Everybody
you're not getting the corner on that guy, and it's like this is why you need to look down there. And when you hit to the 3, that ball needs to come out. The Dump Super Crosstalk coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face, and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, The first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
NBA Cup time, and the place to experience watching the games like never before is Cosm Los Angeles. It's right next to SoFi in Inglewood. And remember to use the code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA Cup event at Cosm LA. And tomorrow, Beto will be there as he's broadcasting live from Cosm. Pre- and post-game show, the Lakers battle the Suns in their NBA Cup matchup. Hang out with Beto and with Mace, win prizes, watch the purple and gold tomorrow at Cosm Los Angeles.
I am a live event guy, love being there, but Cosm's close. Very, very, very close.
I want to experience it for sure.
Yes.
I definitely want to experience it, and I'm with you. I like going to games too, but it depends on what we're doing.
Yes.
Like, I like going to a game because I like going to – when we went to the Dodger game, where it's fun to drink a few beers and laugh and tell stories and watch a baseball game. But if I want to really, like, chew on the game,
yeah,
your TV's the best bet.
At home, your environment, but going to the event, in some respects, Cosm is better. But the live event's the live event. You want to be there, the atmosphere,
you get
all
that buzz.
Right, but in some respects, Cosm is better because it's like Topgolf. Everything's there. You can get whatever you want. Everything's clean. It's awesome. And you get the same experience as if you were there.
And if it's an away game and it's not a game that you're there for, you don't have to deal with parking.
That in some ways, it's better. You don't have to deal with all the nonsense, and you still get the atmosphere. It feels like you're there.
You do not get the atmosphere from my living room couch, but everything else is hard to beat.
This is
got
true.
the right food, the right snacks, the bathroom, no fights, it's quiet.
Vans on your feet.
There's no vans on your feet. There's no parking issues. She makes fun of me because I wear my shoes in the house.
No, he wears it on the couch. So he has his Vans on while he's sitting on his couch.
It's like this.
I know.
It's like that. They're not on the couch. They're dangling off the couch, but I still have my shoes on my feet.
But it's your own home. You should take your shoes off.
I don't know. I don't like that. I like to have my feet covered up.
I want you to come over to my brother's house and try that.
I would never try it at another person's home. I'm not. See, you failed to make the distinction. My house is my rule.
It wouldn't be violent. It would just be like,
I would never do it at someone else's house.
What's wrong with your friend?
Never. I would sit there politely, and if you know, some people like to have their shoes off when you come through the house. Hey, would you mind taking? No problem at all.
Not at all.
Do it.
Speaking of Travis's friends, I want to thank G-Fish.
And his wife,
and his wife,
Yes.
Thank
Rosemary.
You for
Bro.
So Rosemary and G-Fish, thank you for the charcuterie. How do you say
charcuterie
boards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cutting board. Look at this thing.
It looks so cool.
Yes.
Is the camera on me, Parker? Look at mine. Surfboard. Just
love
playing,
this.
dog.
And mine looks like a cliff.
Yeah, you got like the cliffs of San Clemente over there.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
This is G-Fish and his wife.
G-Fish and his wife, Rosemary.
It's at her Instagram is RF Designs Art.
Nice.
RF Designs Art with an S. If you want to check it out.
It's Rosemary.
Rosemary.
M-E-R-R-Y.
M-A-R-I-E.
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Not
It's
Mary.
like Marie.
Marie.
How do you spell it?
M-A-R-I-E.
M-A-R-I-E.
Like Marie Callender's.
Rosemary.
Yes.
Lady
Or
Amsterdam.
Marie Curie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mary Tyler Moore.
No, that's
Rosemary.
Mary. Mary and Marie are not
Marie,
the same
okay.
name.
Every white girl's middle name is Marie,
Ah.
but Mary is a first name.
Right.
Rosemary. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Give me
There
some of
you
that
go.
rosemary. Let me put that in the
No,
sauce.
that's Rosemary. This is Rosemary. You'll get it. You'll get it. Happy birthday. I don't know if I want to wish this guy happy birthday. I'm not a
Come
huge-
on.
Who?
Joey Chestnut.
Why? You don't like Joey Chestnut?
Not particularly.
The champion,
Why?
the GOAT.
What did he do to you?
Well, since you asked.
Okay.
I find what he does repulsive. And then, two, I interviewed him one time, and he was a huge pain in the
Oh, he was a
neck.
jerk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
a huge
the
fan.
eating contest, not for me, but I respect them.
I don't.
Those dudes work hard for that.
Fine.
They have to put their body through hell.
But if I'm going to ask you about your eating contest, you need to participate in a conversation about your eating contest. You can't make it like you're landing on the moon, dude. You know?
Fair.
This isn't you
Fair.
eat hot dogs fast. Let's chill out.
I met Kobayashi. He was the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah, they just, I don't know why. They're jerks. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
it was a weird deal.
to have that little dude eat that much was impressive.
It's a lot of hot dogs.
A lot of hot dogs.
Yeah. Kobayashi is little, isn't he?
He's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, his interpreter.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
1992 was the day that Aladdin was released. The animated one, I'm assuming?
The original animated one with Robin Williams as the genie.
Oh,
Ain't never had a friend like me.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is
Magic carpet
pretty
ride.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not A Whole New World, is it? A
It is.
Whole New World. That one?
Yes, it is.
Did you record that?
Fantastic.
I have it, yeah.
There you go.
So the opposite of Aladdin, at least a little bit, Creed was released in 2015.
The movie, not the band.
Yes, the Michael
movie.
B.
Oh.
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan,
movie.
Sly Stallone.
Yeah, no thanks.
Creed's really
'Cause
good.
One of Creed is
Creed,
good. The other
film
one stinks.
is very good. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a big Creed music fan
Okay.
myself. But the Creed series of movies are really good.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, more Rocky, the better for me. I love that whole series.
Yeah, there's way more good ones than bad ones. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna there's a dud or two in that series, but not many. And the Creed, how many there have been? 2 or 3?
Three.
I don't think I've seen the third one. Third one any good?
The third one kind of
yes.
got a little buried because of Jonathan Majors stuff happened like right as it premiered, but Jonathan Majors is in the third.
Really good. Like he fights his best friend. They used to be friends. It's good.
Yeah, the
Super
first
good.
two I loved.
Yeah.
A Bug's Life released in 1998. That's one of the.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the
Flick.
second Pixar. The
Yeah.
Toy Story
Yeah.
was the original Pixar,
Yeah.
and I think A Bug's Life was number 2.
Go to the
way.
light.
It's funny.
Bugs Life.
It's not the
Bugs Life. Bugs Life. What's the
Flick.
plot?
Flick is he's a grasshopper.
He's an ant.
He's an ant.
Yeah.
And it's not
in
Ants.
the garden.
Ants is the other
backyard.
movie.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the
Sylvester
ants.
Stallone
The ants
and
try to
Jennifer
take
Lopez.
over. The
Yeah,
grasshoppers take
yeah.
over the lair. It's
I do remember this one. Okay.
one of the great holiday movies of all time. Today, 1987, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh
Jingle
my
all the way?
God!
Yeah.
Yes, those
Yeah.
aren't pillows.
Yeah. That
Yes.
is Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
That movie is. John Candy's one of those guys. And Mace, did you ever talk to John Candy?
Never did.
You
no,
never did.
Never. No. Dale.
Universally liked.
Yes.
Like
Oh, yeah.
everybody that ran into John Candy loved John
Yeah,
Candy.
he was apparently just a sweetheart of a guy. Now I'll tell you a story about Planes, Trains, and Automobile. I haven't started talking
Rosemary.
yet.
Your Wi-Fi's having out too.
Almost. So what year was it?
87.
87.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1987. I had left Toledo and I was going to become a producer. So I went out and I worked on a movie called Monkey Shines in Pittsburgh.
God, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
so
go
it
ahead.
wasn't the greatest movie. George Romero. So I did that movie, and then I came to L.A., and the very first thing I did was I had to go to Hollywood Boulevard and see the stars.
Okay.
So I go down there, and at the Chinese Theater, they were playing Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, so it was the first movie that I ever saw in L.A.
No
Good
way.
one.
Yeah, it's
Good
a
movie.
great one.
Yes.
It's a great one.
It's that one. Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, the Elf.
Yeah.
There's a you know, you got Miracle
All
on
the Way.
34th Street and all those things.
Jingle All the Way?
Jorge's a
Yes.
Jingle
Is
All
that
the Way
Arnold?
guy.
Jingle All the Way.
Not
He's
Jingle All
obsessed
the
with
Way.
Jingle
Yeah.
All the Way.
Are you
Oh, by the
really?
way, Jingle All
Turbo
the Way. Okay, I
Man.
got a story about Jingle All the Way.
Oh, really?
Hold on
we
to it.
have to
We're going to
break.
come back. We're going to do
Wait,
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. All right.
People hanging on the edge of their
Yes.
seats for the Jingle All the
Get
Way.
off my
page.
It involves I want OJ. It involves the Jingle All the Way story involves.
Oh, I don't know.
OJ.
Now you got me.
Correct.
Now you got look. If we got OJ and Jingle All the Way, I'm all in. That's coming up next on Super Crosstalk.
It's turbo time.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon.
I think leaf watching is like the most overrated
Leaf
hobby
peeping?
in the world. Yeah, is that what they call it? Leaf peeping?
Some people do.
It's like, all right,
No
they were
way,
green,
that's what
now
it's
they're
called?
orange.
Google
All
it.
right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Leaf peeping?
Leaf
Yeah.
peeping is a thing.
No, oh yeah, no, they're red. Oh, cool. Let's
But,
move along.
okay, here's the thing though, mate. We don't have those season changes.
Yes.
Laura, leaf peeping is an informal term in the United States and Canada for the activity which people travel to view and photograph the fall foliage in areas.
Okay, imagine saying, hey babe, I want to go leaf peeping with you.
Yeah, by the way,
Right.
Laura, I know you're curious, so I'll tell you. When is peeping season?
Probably October, November?
September through December each year.
Yeah. So magical. Laura, I'm from back there. It's a stupid hobby. Oh, the leaves are turning.
Find
Let's
a
go
park
drive in the middle of
to
nowhere.
leaf. Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace here. Wait until you experience the NBA at the hottest, most amazing venue in LA. That is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Hey guys, John Ireland here. To build a winning team, you have to have the right people doing what they do best. If you're in a position to hire for your business, listen closely, because we have the ultimate teammate, ZipRecruiter. And you can try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Hiring the right candidate is hard. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people. So it makes finding and hiring your next superstar much easier. This is why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So be like the 3.8 million businesses who have come to ZipRecruiter and sped up their hiring process. Try ZipRecruiter today for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. One more time, ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey, it's Cappy. Smile at every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, where every Subaru purchase helps make a difference. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 per month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. Looking to sell your car? We'll pay you cash on the spot at Ocean Subaru.
With approved credit and Subaru Motors Finance. Every new Subaru purchase or lease, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Please for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/30/2024.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
You might.
I might.
You might.
You could.
Yeah.
Do you see who just walked into the other
Who
room?
just walked in?
The great
Oh, he's got the
O'Shea
belt.
Oh, my
He's got
God.
the belt.
Wait
He's
a
got
minute.
the-
Dodgers championship
What's up,
belt.
O'Shea?
What's
Let's
going on?
go.
Dodgers belt. Look at you.
Look at the belt.
Is
This
that
the
a-
belt. This is an important belt.
It is.
That is
an
the
important belt.
belt.
That's right. That's right. I just won the championship, so I got to rub it in your face.
Nice. So Shea's going to be hanging out today. I
Nice.
think Pepe's going to stop in at one point, which is cool.
O'Shea, can I put this on? Is that cool?
Sure.
Did you
Yeah.
commission
I'm
that
here for
belt?
everyone to take pictures.
Yes. No, it's awesome.
That
It's
is awesome.
So,
Wow.
yeah, no, you look good in that, Trav.
That's the
You
intercontinental
can
style.
you can
Yeah.
pull that off. Friday night dinner with Susan. You're going to walk in with a martini, and no, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I like it.
Martini, now.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm that guy.
That's awesome, man.
I feel like I'm more this guy, though.
Oh, you're
Right.
not doing. You got to show the belt. There you go. Right there. There you go. There you go.
Look at over the shoulder. Over the
I feel like
shoulder.
Thunderlips coming in to fight Rocky.
Over the shoulder, in the hand.
That's
so
the
you can raise
sophisticated
it up.
champ
Hey, look,
when you
it's
have it over the
intern
shoulder.
Jerry. Where's Tom?
Yes.
Oh, intern
We have a
Jerry.
Tom and a Jerry.
We have a Tom?
Yeah, we have a Tom and Jerry.
All right, tell me your planes, trains, and automobiles.
No, it's a Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way
Thank you.
story.
Thank you
Yes.
for that.
Okay.
Anyways, Jingle All the Way was a big movie. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. And I owned the movie theaters at USC for about 25 years. And one day, it was like
Humble
Christmas.
brag.
Wow. She's impressed.
Humble brag. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So Christmas Eve, I'm away with family and stuff, and I get a phone call from the manager of the University Village 3. And he says, hey, O.J. Simpson is here. Am I allowed to sell him a ticket? And I said, of course you are. In fact, sell him multiple tickets.
Take his
he
money.
was thinking about not letting O.J. into the movie.
Which year was this?
It was whatever year Jingle All the Way was.
98.
Either way, you don't want to upset O.J.
So this is after.
Post-murder.
That's what I'm already a double murder at that point. So, but we did let him in.
That's kind of a legit question. Should we let OJ?
No,
in?
I don't think it is a legit question.
96.
I mean, you might have people leave.
He's a civilian. He just.
But you
Just
might have
wants to see
you might have
Jingle
other
All the
people.
Way.
You take his money, and people like say, "I don't want to frequent your business."
They already bought tickets.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Listen, man, stay safe, bro. Make him take
He did or he did not go?
He did go.
He did. Did you get a review whether he
Whatever
liked
you
the
want,
film or
Mr.
not?
Simpson.
I did not get a review from OJ.
Did he go on Twitter and post about what he thought of Jingle
I
All
think
the
it
Way?
was pre-Twitter.
Unreal.
That was
Wow.
pre-Twitter.
He just
Yeah.
wrote in his journal.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Under I killed my wife.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Oh, Bergman.
His Twitter videos were amazing because they'd all start the same way. It was
Hey, Twitter world.
yeah, hey Twitter, yeah, hey Twitter
Twitter
world. That's
world,
what it
yeah.
was. Like he had a very distinct Twitter style.
You know, I refuse to follow him.
didn't
Did
follow
anybody
you.
follow OJ?
No.
I was like,
Absolutely.
no.
Nope.
But his tweets would inevitably cross your path.
Yeah, you are not. I am not going to follow a double murder.
O'Shea, how
Listen,
about-
on
when,
Twitter.
when
Allegedly.
Andrew Luck
But if the content's
retired,
good.
when Andrew Luck retired after he was on OJ's fantasy football team, I was scared to death for Andrew.
Oh,
Luck.
yeah.
Man. Wow.
Look out, Andrew.
Come on.
Yeah, well, that's
know
what he
what's
was
gonna
his claim to fame when he was inside. That he was saying, "Well, I ran the fantasy football league in here."
Did
And
he really?
kept talking about that. He would offer fantasy football advice. How do I get one of these for myself, O'Shea?
Oh, you got to go to the WWE shop.
Oh, okay.
WWE does
and they'll
that.
make whatever I want.
That's the
No,
Intercontinental
they got
belt,
every
right?
team.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every team, every major sport.
Belts are us.
Except the Jacksonville
Go to Belts
Jaguars.
are us.
Wait, they don't make the Jags belt?
No, because the Jacksonville
Oh,
Jaguars.
AEW.
Yeah,
I got you.
exactly.
Well, that makes sense.
Petty.
Okay.
We love Petty
I
around
love
here.
it. Yes.
Wait, what do I not know?
Tony Khan owns AEW.
Oh, okay.
Shad Khan.
Yeah,
Jacksonville
okay.
Jaguars.
So
Yeah,
they
that makes sense.
specifically don't make
Yes.
They
that
go out of
team.
their way.
Yeah.
So I saw
By the way,
during the
they also will not ever need it.
So during the parade, Alex Vesia had that exact same one. Was that yours? Or did
No,
he get
no,
his
no,
own?
no.
Oh.
No, he got
I
his
thought
own.
you like let him use it.
No,
Did you
I
go to
bought
the
that
parade?
at the end of Game 4.
At the end of Game 4?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
You were that confident, huh?
After the loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, wow.
when it got to 5-0, I was like, oh, my
Oh,
God.
that's-
I cursed us.
Jeff,
That's not
where's
one
my
of one?
receipt?
Huh?
That's not one of one?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
there's more.
Anybody could get
Oh,
those.
I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah.
Did you go to the parade?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, that was so much
Come on,
fun.
man.
His dad was there.
Yeah.
Why no?
Oh, that's right.
It was
You
a-
were on the field at Dodger Stadium.
Yes. It was burning hot.
Oh,
Was
that
it
is
really?
so cool. That is so cool.
Man, I feel bad for Fat Joe.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Fat Joe's the worst.
Yeah.
He really. Fat Joe's the worst. Well, I mean, I saw him perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him
wasn't
perform.
good.
He was
Look,
terrible.
I think.
was-
Hey, I just think your dad is a better performer than he is, or maybe Joe
And
was
I
put
don't
in a
know.
bad
I don't
situation.
know if Joe rehearsed. My
Yeah.
dad went to like a rehearsal.
They
and,
actually
figured
put
it
some
out.
production
Right.
into
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
Fat Joe just seemed to be saying anything. He was just
I'm
like
from
randomly
New
saying.
Did they not check the mic before he went out there?
Like,
Like,
you don't have to yell.
Right.
You don't have to yell.
Trav, what was the worst thing that Fat Joe did?
Stand there.
The mound.
Be there.
The mound.
Oh, being
With
on the mound?
yeah, being on the mound with his Timberlands and just.
I'm
like,
not
all
precious
scuffing
about
it.
that
just scuffing it.
necessarily.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was so
It obviously didn't
that
work
was-
out in their
no, it
favor.
didn't.
Is that a bad thing? You can't touch the mound?
Some
you
people
don't-
get very precious about who gets to
Not
step on
touching
the
the
dirt
mound?
and who
Oh.
doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm
like
kind
ruining them.
So I saw
indifferent.
DeMarco yesterday emceeing the big
Yeah, how about
halftime
that?
celebration.
So stoked, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
really. You did a great job.
So,
Everybody was there.
Your
We
boys didn't
exist,
come up.
Mason.
I know you
That
exist.
team exists.
And
Thank you.
So I have this thing. ring. And by the way, I cheered, I stood, I did all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I have this thing that when the Rams left, I was like, screw the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to St. Louis. They won a championship. I was like, screw the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Then they come back. I'm like, hooray for
Rams.
the Rams.
Welcome home.
Yeah. So I have mixed feelings about everything that went on in St. Louis.
But you saw the game when we
I
beat
did.
Tennessee.
Of course I
Were
did.
you rooting for us then?
I was.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
you did.
I was rooting for you then.
Yeah.
I was rooting for a great game, and it was an
a
unbelievable
fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I meant that at the end. Without Mike Jones, none of this is possible.
Mike Jones was the guy. You brought it up.
There might not be a Hall of Fame for Isaac. There might not be the Kurt Warner story.
When's
without
Torrey
that tackle.
Holt getting in the Hall
this
of Fame?
year?
Is he this year?
He's a semifinalist.
Good.
This year.
Good.
Yes.
He's been a
Should be in
semifinalist
there.
a handful of times, and he hasn't got across, unfortunately. I was talking with Todd Light, who was part of your celebration yesterday before the game, and you brought up Mike Jones. And I asked him, okay, where were you on the field as Kevin Dyson's heading for the goal line? He goes, I wasn't worried. He goes, I knew Mike was going to make that tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, really? Like, there's a lot of open space there. Guys miss tackles all the time.
Did you hear what I say? He's the bearing wall of this football team. I mean, he is the guy that showed up on time every day, ready to work, never missed anything. Never missed a workout, never missed a practice, never missed a rep. He was that guy. So I feel, Todd, if you throw it in his area, guaranteed Mike is going to be where he was supposed to be. That's the thing. So you attack the wrong guy in that situation.
There's
and he
not
made
a half a moment where you're like,
Bro, every time I see that, I think we're going to lose. I do.
Even 20-some years later.
I'm holding the ring, and I'm like, oh, I'm sweating. Wait, we won. Yeah.
And by the way, they brought out Smash Mouth. They played their song.
Yes.
They did.
I thought
they have multiple songs.
did.
Smash Mouth had multiple songs.
I only know one. Hey now.
They played All Star, and they played the I'm a Believer. They covered the Monkeys.
Yes, they covered the Monkeys. That was their second song.
Yeah.
No, they
Walking
covered
on
the
the Sun.
Monkeys for their second song.
Yeah.
I know that one. That was the Shrek song.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But that's a
Shout
monkey
out to
song.
Shrek.
It's a monkey song. Exactly.
Walking on the Sun.
Yeah.
Walking
they got-
on the sun.
So how many songs do we decide they
That's
got?
three.
Two and a half. Two and a half.
Two and a half,
Yeah.
two and a good and a decent cover. I
Yes.
didn't know you were such a fan of the Smash
It was
Mouth catalog.
1999, man. It was on every day. Yes,
It
sir.
was a
Guess who
gigantic
else was
song.
on in the locker room? His dad.
Oh yeah, that makes
That
sense.
makes much more
That
sense.
makes
Hey,
all
how do I
He's an
get one
anchor
of these?
being.
Huh?
How do I get one of these?
What is that?
It is
Get your hands
a.
off
You
my
go to
phone.
you go to Instagram.
It is a cutting board for
It's a
those of
cutting
you
board.
listening on radio.
Yeah, this thing is
Charcuterie
nice.
board.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah, is
Thank
that
you.
a charcuterie board?
Say it again.
Charcuterie.
You hit the char
By the way,
part.
I'm not
You
really.
went-
Charcuterie.
He's
Yeah,
got it.
I'm not talking good
Nice.
today. Charcuterie.
No.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Char.
Like cute. You want the word cute in the middle.
Charcuterie.
Now I can't do it. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I went to a restaurant that had nothing but charcuterie.
Good restaurant.
I said it wrong
right.
again.
Still good.
In
Big
Vegas
piles
this
of meat and
weekend.
cheese. Oh, you're in
It's
Vegas.
like, yeah, you pick out, like, I'll have the Genoa and the blue cheese and the Roquefort and the whatever, and they bring out the board. And I heard you talking about the little pickles.
Aren't those
The
great?
little baby
Yeah, they're
pickles.
great.
The
are
gherkins.
fantastic.
Yeah, the
Gherkins. They're gherkins.
They're fantastic.
They're the best.
Plus a little honeycomb
Get a
on
little
there.
honey-
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop it.
so nice.
Talking
Any
crazy.
dried apricots on that?
Dried
bolognese?
apricots,
Look
yes.
at you. See, he knows.
Toasted walnuts.
Are you? No.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I like him.
No?
I can't tell you.
You
which
wouldn't order
thing.
it?
No, I would be like, yeah, give me the one that has all the stuff on
Give
it.
me that one. Yeah.
I can't
I
believe
don't- I can't tell you
I
which I
taught
want.
my mom to say charcuterie with
Not
a
well.
char.
No.
And apparently
And
it's
you-
a char.
Sure.
You taught her wrong.
Sorry, Mom.
How was Vegas? Other than the charcuterie.
Vegas was fantastic.
Did you go to the Grand Prix?
No, the Grand
that
Prix
was-
was going on.
Oh yeah,
No,
how
we
was that? To get there with that,
we
with
were
that
on
crowd?
the opposite side of the strip, so we were on the other side of the strip.
Was it a circus?
It wasn't.
No.
Not where we were.
Okay.
Over there, it was on that side of the strip. But on our side of the strip, we stayed at Resorts World. Did you ever
Okay.
stay at Resorts
I've
World?
never stayed there. I
Terrible
know it.
name for a hotel. It sounds like a
Katy Perry's in the
supermarket.
commercial.
Timeshare.
Something else,
I got a
yeah.
timeshare.
That's the
at
only
Resorts
reason
World.
you know that.
It worked.
And we went
It
to see
worked.
Adele,
It did.
who
Oh.
was unbelievable. She was
Yo, you got money, bro.
Unbelievable.
He had movie theaters.
So
Right?
friggin'. Did I mention I had the theater?
I was going to say, you missed the part where he said he owned the
Yeah.
SC movie
So you were
theaters,
just
right?
there for fun, not for the race.
No, I was there to see Adele.
Oh, just for okay,
yeah,
well,
it was Juan's 50th birthday.
Yeah.
He wanted something cool. We went to see
Adele.
Adele.
That
yeah.
works. That's
yeah.
solid.
And she was so good, so much better than I expected.
Yeah.
Is she the best voice you've heard live?
It's a tie between Beyonce and Adele.
It's
a dead
one,
cold
too.
tie. They are both so pure.
Yeah.
And the staging of the Adele show
Where
was
did she perform?
unbelievable. At Caesar's Palace,
Okay.
where Celine Dion used to perform.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was the last weekend of her residency.
No way.
She played Friday and Saturday. We saw her Friday, so she was all emotional and stuff because she said, I've done this show 99 times, and I only have one night left and all that. And I'm
crazy.
telling you, she was unbelievable. When they did Fire in the Rain,
Oh.
they had both rain falling and a piano on fire at the same
Yeah.
time.
At the same time.
That's
actually pretty
really,
cool.
It's very
Rock and
Vegas,
roll.
ain't it?
That's
It's something I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do. Set fire to rain. That'd
Set
be
fire
really
to
fun
rain.
to do. I
Exactly.
feel like it'd be a good time.
Mace, does she move during the show?
She dances.
She
She's got
dances, okay.
dancers, and they had a kick line. No, she didn't dance.
Oh, she doesn't dance?
Kick line.
Oh, you had
He fully believed you that there was a kick line.
She joined the Rockettes, and she's doing the Rockettes.
Yeah, it was a regular rhythm nation out there. No,
Have either of you guys ever been to an F1 race?
no. I've been to a.
Indy 500. Yeah, but not an F1 race.
I've been to. I think. What did I do with this Toyota Celebrity Grand Prix?
That's like
That's a Grand Prix.
It's
It
not.
was-
It's the Indy League racing.
It was
but
Indy.
the road
It was
race.
Indy racing. Yeah, Indy
I
racing.
went to a monster truck rally one time.
That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you
That's
sign the
close.
waiver? on the
Monaco,
way in?
monster
Yeah.
trucks.
Have you been to F1?
No, but I want to go.
I would love to go
But I
next
want to
year.
go to specific spots.
I hear the Vegas one doesn't have
Well,
great
it-
views.
it doesn't
Street
look-
track too, and you want more of like a.
I want Monaco.
Monaco would be
I'd
awesome.
go to Melbourne.
Yeah,
I think that
Melbourne
would be
is
good.
great.
It's Abu Dhabi next week.
Wait,
So-
Do you want to go there?
You need movie theater money for
I-
that. You
Yeah.
need movie theater money
Did I
for
mention I own the movie theaters in USC for 25 years?
Nobody told me when I was
Yeah.
getting started. You know what you should do is
Buy
put
a
some
movie
money in
theater.
the movie
Yes,
theater.
and
So
don't
I
let
could've-
OJ in.
It was
don't
never
let
a
him-
logical move for me either.
Supercross Dogs brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.
I'm taking.
710 ESPN.